This is Kate Baconsale. You're listening to Baconsale.
Hold the pickles, hold the lettuce. Special orders don't upset us. All we ask is that you let us serve it your way. At Baconsale, you can have it your way.
Yeah.
Woo! I think I had
so much energy.
I had a good intro until that weird woo.
I think it was funny because you started off and like, yeah, and then you just kind of seemed like you were like an employee during orientation, forced to recite it.
It felt like you were really
And I was
sad about your
leading you
life
guys.
choices, like partway through there.
Guys, sing along with me now.
Welcome to Baconsale. I'm Joel.
I'm Kent.
And Jacob.
Hey guys,
And
how's it going?
That's going good. How are you
hey,
doing?
Kent.
You know,
How
I'm
you
not
been?
feeling very good, actually.
You're not feeling good?
You'll see why.
Yeah. Also, we'd like to thank you for listening to our parenting show with Abe Yosby.
Yes, it was great having him back.
Yeah, and apparently we're perfect parents because no one got after me for swatting my kid.
Seriously. Or leaving my kids behind and not letting them play with matches? No, I think I did a good thing.
Yeah, I think you did a good thing too. But no, it was fun having Abe back on. We hope to have him on soon again. We love having our favorite guests on the show, and more than our non-favorite guests.
Yeah, thanks for the advice, Abe.
So also, we want to just let you guys know again about patreon.com/Baconsale. We'll be coming up with new goals and new incentives for you guys.
Mm-hmm. We've already released a bunch of videos on there and background shows, Pacon bits, as we call them.
Yeah, there's a new Pacon bit that just came out. I was going to do a video for the Happy Time Murders, but I was just too sad about seeing the movie. Honestly, I didn't have the energy for it.
You should. Release the hatred there.
I was
kids.
so mad. I actually went to the gym after seeing the movie because I needed to get my energy out.
You okay, buddy?
Not really.
I'm
that
sorry.
movie, it was too much.
Who's Jim? Should we be jealous?
But definitely go to patreon.com/Baconsale. There's tons of extra content. And we're thinking of doing a new incentive in October because it's spooky season.
Yeah, we're so looking forward to
Any
October.
ideas, send them our way.
Yeah. So if there's anything you want to be a part of, let us know. But for now...
What are we talking about today, Jacob?
Today, guys, my goodness, it's another one of these shows.
You started this. Don't act like this is like a burden for you because this was your idea. This is your baby.
I don't know what you're talking
And
about.
it's mutated.
It has mutated.
I think we've mutated.
Just like the mutation my body's going to undergo from having eaten so many chemicals from fast food.
Yeah.
Because once again,
We have eaten everything, this time at Burger King. We had it our way.
We did.
Way too many times.
But why?
if you recall, back on episode 84, we ate everything on the McDonald's menu. And then in episode 123, about a year later, we ate everything at the Taco Bell menu. And so here we are in August of 2018, and we have eaten everything on the Burger King menu.
Why do we do this to ourselves? Why?
I'm not sure.
And if I may go into some of the background, Joel is very, very competitive.
Oh, so you're going to admit that I won right up front here?
He lost. He got
so
third
funny.
place
You
of
brought this up
watching
at every
all
show.
the Oscar challenge, all the Oscar movies.
It was my challenge. You guys jumped on board with it.
so hard.
It was my personal challenge. Then you guys hijacked it and turned it into something beautiful.
And so anytime we're like, hey, we're going to eat fast food, like, hey, make sure you slow it down, like, take care of yourselves. Joel's like, done. Beat you guys. I win. No, all he says on Messenger is, I won. And we know what he means. I won.
Because yes, I ate everything. I finished like a month ago, I think.
No, more than a month ago. Maybe
More than
it's been a long
like 2 months
time,
ago.
yeah.
Because and it wasn't. No, here's the thing. You make it sound like I'm like sprinting to the finish line. We started back in March.
Yeah.
And
Usually there's some diets that go in between.
usually
our
you have to go on a cruise or something. But,
Yeah.
But so we started back in March, and actually I started this menu challenge with the birth of my 18th child, and I went, okay,
You've told us the number? Gosh.
Well, that was way back then.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
way back
yeah,
then.
this,
that's
this is
true.
way back in March. But then I was like, well, the hospital's right next door to a Burger King, and so I got one of the days I got breakfast, lunch, and dinner there.
Mercy.
Like I felt like Morgan Spurlock. Right? It was a weird experience.
That's
And-
disgusting.
and
It really is. And I've done it as well.
Yeah, and then I had the experience too where a couple times I go for breakfast and on the way to work, and then come home for lunch and grab it.
Did your
And
body digest that much? Like,
Well, no,
did
this
it
is
really?
this is through the course of months at this time.
Yeah, those days
but I
when
had
you
that
had it 3
experience
days
though,
in
when
one-
I ran into the same person at the counter, and I just felt guilty. Like I pull up to the drive-thru and they pop their head out, and I'm like, oh hey, it's me. Like I just felt guilty.
Now, guys, I have a serious question.
Please.
We've done McDonald's, which is inarguably the biggest fast food chain on the planet.
Most recognizable, definitely.
Okay. We've done Taco Bell, which not even probably in the top 5, but it's Taco Bell.
It might be top 5.
I'll look. I'll see.
And,
what the biggest
and
fast
it's
food chain is.
huge, and it's different than McDonald's, so we needed something different. Why in the world would we eat everything at Burger King?
I don't know. Please tell me.
No, because it's one of the fast food royalty. If you think about fast food royalty,
Yeah.
it's like McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, like
It's probably
KFC.
the most direct.
Subway,
It's probably
actually.
the most direct competitor to McDonald's, right?
Not anymore, Wendy's.
Wendy's is the biggest
And
competitor.
we'll share some fun facts.
Here we go,
But
guys.
yes.
Top 5 largest fast food restaurant chains by their number of locations in the world.
Okay.
This is from Wikipedia, the source of all knowledge and truth. Number 1 is Subway.
Number 1 is what?
Number 1
there's
is
so
Subway.
many
I said
Subways.
inarguably the
I
biggest
know.
one.
That's-
And that's
I-
why Joel said the most recognizable,
I said most
because he was
recognizable.
editing you
Wow.
because he knew.
Yes, I was
Fact-checked.
editing you in a nice way.
Yep.
Thanks, pal.
I saw it. I saw it happen.
You're welcome, buddy. Number 1 is Subway with 44,000 locations. Number 2 is McDonald's with 37,000 locations. Number 4 is Starbucks with 25,000 locations.
Doesn't count.
KFC is 20,000, and then Burger King comes in at number 5. So this is top 5 biggest chain. In
Well,
What's number
KFC has
6?
that many?
Because I don't think Starbucks counts.
Number 6 is Pizza Hut. Kentucky Fried Chicken, then a Pizza Hut.
know if that counts
Taco
either.
Bell. Taco Bell isn't until number 11. Wendy's isn't until 12.
But guys, like seriously,
Arby's is 23. Kent.
Burger King. If we could go back to season 1, was it season 1 when we did fast food for thought?
Yeah.
Okay, we did a tiering of all the general fast food
I
places.
should have re-listened to that one. I don't remember what
It's
I said
actually-
about Burger
it's
King.
pretty great.
It's one of our highest rated shows.
We all gave it tier 2.
That's
Burger
very
King tier 2?
Leaning towards tier 3 at times.
Burger King tier 2.
Burger King is tier 2. So remember, McDonald's, tier 1 for me, tier 2 for Joel, but we all kind of said, no, it has so much there, so much variety.
Joel, you gave McDonald's tier 2?
No, I give McDonald's.
Did you give
tier
it tier 1?
I thought I did. Maybe I
Okay.
didn't.
Go
I'll
back and listen. It's
to
a
it.
great episode.
I owe you $10 if it was tier 2.
But we...
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he did. He was
He
tier
did?
2.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and so did I, actually, which is weird.
We all rated tier 2, but then ended up in
But
tier
Burger
1.
King got a really meh tier 2, and we've decided to accomplish this goal for Burger King.
Well, I
And
guess
even since we're done, you think I'd be happy, but I'm not.
Well, if I may play my hand, gentlemen. Here's my hand. My hand is this.
Stop playing with it.
Is that But then I went into this thinking, "Oh yeah, Burger King, delicious. I love the
You
Whopper."
did? Oh my gosh, I'm so
Flame
glad to hear
broiled
this.
burgers.
Oh yeah, and good burgers.
You actually said your wife prefers Burger King because if you wrap lettuce around that burger, it still tastes like a good lettuce
she
burger.
prefers it to McDonald's.
Yes.
I need to clarify that.
Not over any other burger place.
She's gluten free. She doesn't, she's gluten free, and so
Right.
she at McDonald's the patties are just horrendous, but
Yes.
the Burger King ones are more tolerable.
Right.
But I went into this being like, yeah, no problem. This is great. And then I realized, and this is my assessment in a nutshell of Burger King, is that Burger King is that CD that you bought for that one song. That one song being the Whopper.
Oh my gosh.
And you're like, this is going to be a great album. And then you buy the whole thing. And then you're like, wow, it really was just that one song. That Titanic song was great. Everything else in Celine Dion.
For some reason, I went to Len, Steal My Sunshine.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
that
Joel,
one.
I have almost an identical note. Like
Please.
I said Burger King, I said it's like 2 songs. This is literally what I wrote down. It's like 2 songs and then variations on the same tune.
It's like the remix. It's like the
Yes.
B-side remix.
Yes, it's like over and over again. It's like, hey, you want a Whopper? We have 6 different kinds.
Guys, you want a breakfast sandwich? We can put everything
the same
on there.
thing over and over again.
Now that's what I call Whopper.
Oh,
Guys, you are criticizing Burger King for the same thing that McDonald's and Taco Bell does.
but both McDonald's and Taco Bell seem to have a variety. I know.
They
I
tricked
know.
us better. That's all
no,
it is.
the McDouble and the double cheeseburger have one slice of cheese difference.
And,
That is it.
and Joel can say all day long that Taco Bell is just tortilla, meat, and cheese, and yet I still feel like I'm going to like this brilliant buffet compared to
Burger
Burger
King is no more guilty. In fact, if anything, it's just a copycat. That is all it's guilty
No,
of.
but that's the problem. Is that
I feel like I have to defend Burger King. You guys are being bullies, not
no?
buddies.
I'm not saying Burger King is bad. Because
Please do that because I want to keep bashing.
I don't think there was maybe one thing on the menu that I didn't finish. Everything else was kind of like, oh, that's fine. But it's like Jacob said, it's just variations on the same theme.
It's true.
And it's not creative. It's not different enough to make it feel different. Like, okay,
Or really taste
when we got
different,
done
let's
with
be
the
honest.
when we got done with the McDonald's challenge, I was like, yeah, sure, I'll eat a McDonald's still. When we got done with the Taco Bell challenge, I was like, yeah, I still enjoy Taco Bell. Burger King, I'm going to need to take a break.
Guess what I had for dinner tonight?
Burger King,
Taco Bell.
and
I went back
Well
to
done.
Taco Bell.
And I did go bring some chicken nuggets and fries tonight for you guys to enjoy.
And I partook.
Yeah, and they're fine. Everything's fine. But I think tier 2 is a very fair assessment. Of this
Would you? Okay, let's reconsider. Still tier 2?
Yeah.
Jake? Oh, it might be tier 3.
I know you're mad. I know you're mad at Burger King right now.
No, but
think it's
think
tier
about
3.
it. But
I
here's the
think it's tier
problem.
3.
Here's the problem with Jacob's assessment.
Okay.
Jacob procrastinates.
Yes.
And so while I was, spacing it over the, 3 months and being like, okay, I'm
generally
done.
this isn't a procrastination
Generally,
personality
with
trait.
these challenges, it is because
I
then
just
you get,
put this off because it's horrible.
Here's the conversation. Like Kent and I'll be going and marking stuff off, and we're like, Jacob, you haven't marked. He's like, I've done stuff. I just haven't updated it. And then we'll go a little longer. Jacob, you still haven't updated. I've done stuff. I'll update. And then Jacob will be like, hey, I just spent $120 at Burger King, and I hate this challenge. And we're like, no wonder you hate this challenge. You're binge eating.
It's so true. Don't even deny
it's
it.
totally true for Burger King. Yeah.
I think you do the same for Taco Bell.
No. Taco Bell, I was eating all along.
Here's the problem with McDonald's and Taco Bell. The three of us got together at times, and we each ordered 3 or 4 things, and we shared. We cut everything into thirds.
And then we took turns running to the bathroom.
Exactly. We all did this one solo, and I'm so sad about it.
It is because, McDonald's we were doing all together because
Yes.
we were pretty much all together at that time.
Right.
Taco Bell, an occasional eating together, and that was fine. This one, I ate lonely at Burger King every time, guys.
And you spent a lot of money.
Yes.
So much
We'll get into
money.
that because and I'll bring this up right now. So the McDonald's menu, if you ate everything on the McDonald's menu a la carte, it would cost about $150. Taco Bell, if you ate everything a la carte, it was about $160.
Okay.
There were approximately 80 items on our list, and if you got them all a la carte, it would cost you around $235.
Yeah. I have a theory,
I spent half that today.
and I'm sure this can be proven correct, that the calorie count at Burger King, not even just because there's 80 items,
We should
but
have
per
done
capita,
this. Maybe Joel did it.
is
I didn't.
worse than
I
McDonald's.
don't count calories.
It is. It is definitely worse
I'm
than McDonald's.
guessing. This is just ballpark, but I'm guessing that Burger King's if you ate everything on the menu, it would be at least 400 calories.
Just
You are
400?
so bad at calories.
I don't know.
No, it is way, way higher than McDonald's.
Because even their bread, even their buns are like greasy.
Burger King's?
Yes.
I wouldn't say greasy.
Yeah, I
Yes.
picked it up and they're sopping.
Well, he's talking about the sourdough bun, probably.
Yeah, sourdough
that one's
for
got
sure.
butter all over
Yeah.
it.
But even the Big King, I felt like everything was just leaking. I'm like, okay.
These are leaky burgers.
Yum.
Leaky burgers, yum.
These are leaky burgers.
These are leaky
Burger
burgers.
King. Hey, Burger King, give us a call if you need help with your advertisements. Wow. But I think we've complained a lot, and we're going to complain a little bit more.
We're not complaining. It's just I guess I was underwhelmed.
We're assessing.
So,
Yeah.
but
let's talk about some history, maybe.
Yes, let's get into some of the facts about this because, as we mentioned, they have 15,000 locations and an annual revenue of $4.05 billion in 2015.
Right. And they keep dropping locations as well. Like, used to see a Burger King maybe in every city, suburban area, and now it's maybe one every half hour.
Okay, reading the history,
A little closer than that.
I'm surprised that they are still around.
Okay.
Like this
Well,
company,
when did they start?
1957?
1953, as Instaburger King in Jacksonville, Florida. And actually, what happened was that these two guys went and visited the McDonald's original store and said, hey, we could do that. And so they purchased the rights to 2 pieces of equipment called Insta machines and opened their first restaurant.
I thought the Insta came independently of McDonald's, and they were just operating at the same time. That was the history I read.
Not according to Wikipedia's Source of All Knowledge and Truth. But
I
anyway,
trust Wikipedia.
They got their idea from McDonald's. McDonald's came out in the 40s. They came out in the 50s. And then they came up with like a special broiler to broil their burgers.
Yes.
A little bit differently.
Which, if I may, flame broiled burgers are better.
It is better.
than McDonald's.
It is
burgers.
better.
It's got a good flavor to
Yes.
it. But then the company, over the next half century, the company would change hands 4 times.
Wow.
These people get sold around like they were owned just recently by a company in Brazil who owned them. And then they merged together with a Canadian company that owns Tim Hortons and Popeyes. And so now it's like Restaurant Brands is the one that owns those 3 restaurants.
Geez, they're not even American owned now?
No.
Are you not going to go there anymore?
Now I'm out.
No, they like in,
I'm a
just
patriot,
now-
Kent,
In
okay?
2010 is when they were bought by Brazil by a company called 3G Capital in Brazil.
Is that why you have horse meat in their burgers now?
Yes.
Okay.
It's actually capybara.
Okay. What? Excuse
It's a
me?
rodent.
No.
But so yes, then they have apparently, in addition to changing, because you should read the Wikipedia page only because it keeps mentioning poor leadership and terrible organization. Like I think a former employee wrote this at Wikipedia entry.
It's like glassdoor.com.
It kind of feels like that. But in 1957, they came up with the Whopper. It's been their signature burger since. And then they've just had rocky relationship with their franchises. Like they keep getting in like lawsuits with franchise owners. Also, Kent, what is it with Australia?
Okay.
Hungry Jacks.
Hungry Jacks.
But what is it with Australia? Because you remember Taco Bell.
Yes.
They couldn't name the restaurant Taco Bell in Australia because they already had Taco Bell Casa.
Yep.
And then they take Burger King to Australia and they're like, oh, we already got a Burger King, mate.
Yeah. And so what do they call it? Hungry Jacks or HJs. HJs, because that's how they say the H, because they're crazy.
Did you eat at Hungry Jack's in Australia?
All of the time.
Is it identical to Burger King?
It's identical. But I loved eating there because it had the old logo with the 2 buns.
Right.
But instead of Burger King in the middle, it said Hungry Jack's. I'm like, this is so trippy.
But did they have the Whopper?
Yeah, they had the Whopper.
Do they call it the Whopper?
The Aussie Whopper.
They don't call it the Aussie Whopper, do they?
Probably.
Probably. You ate there all the time, but you don't
it's
know.
kangaroo meat.
The Wallaby Purr.
Walla Burger.
Wallaburger. Wallaburger. Nope.
But yeah, so it's called Hungry Jack's. Yeah, it was all due to a lawsuit. It's the only place where it's actually known under a different name and has different branding. So that's kind of a little fun fact about them.
Yeah.
But around the world, they do some weird stuff.
They do.
Like, for example, in Japan, they got into the beauty market. Burger King got into the beauty market. They released a Whopper
Because
scented.
when I see a Burger King, what I think is that's beautiful.
They developed
Japanese beauty.
a perfume that is Whopper scented. It's $41, and when you buy this cologne, this perfume,
Is it made for men or women?
it's made for women,
To attract
and
men.
it comes with a free Whopper when you buy it.
It comes with a free Whopper?
Is it
Yes.
really
Why
for
buy
real
the
right
perfume
now?
then? Why not just rub the Whopper on yourself?
So it's 5,000 yen or $41 US.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that so
Insane.
weird?
No, their marketing. We could get into a whole thing about their marketing.
in first,
I'm
let's
getting
talk
on my
about.
laptop right now buying plane tickets to Japan.
I actually just want to talk about weird stunts they do.
Well, hold on. A couple before. I'm building up to this.
Okay.
Because I want to get into the marketing aspect. So they were having financial issues from the get-go. They keep having issues. But then in 1978, they hired a McDonald's executive to revamp the company. And he began the Burger Wars. Dun, dun, dun.
So is this like the console wars, like Sega and Nintendo?
Well,
the Cola Wars?
Yeah, kind of. Because back in the early 80s, they released attack ads, which was unusual at the time. Because nowadays, I mean, Wendy's is roasting
All
other
the time on
restaurants
Twitter.
left and right on Twitter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But back in the early 80s, it was kind of like, hey, ours is the best. Ours is the best. You only talk about you. And then all of a sudden, Burger King starts going, yeah, ours are better than McDonald's. McDonald's is like, wait, what?
Yeah.
So in 1981, they released a commercial starring an adorable little Sarah Michelle Gellar.
She is too
Buffy.
precious. Yeah.
They have little Buffy in the commercial, and she's talking
As a
about
brunette.
as a little brunette and pigtails, and she's talking about why McDonald's burgers suck. And then the McDonald's got furious and sued Burger King because of those ads, because they were attack ads, and they didn't like that.
And did they get away with it at that time? Because I know that was really uncommon.
Did they get anywhere with the lawsuit?
I don't think they did. I think that kind of was fair play, because then you have Wendy's coming out with like the "Where's the Beef" commercials, where they're talking about the other competitors. And nowadays it's commonplace. So I don't think they won that battle. But then by the mid '80s, they spent so much on advertising that they ended up having to lay off hundreds of people from the corporate office. Like they started losing money because of all the advertising they were doing. And this just seems to be the cycle. Like they seem to pick advertisers, spend a ton of money, not really gain anything from it, and then go back to losing.
Is it weird they're spending so much on ads and so much time on ads that don't always work and not on their food?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying spend more on your food, but be a little bit more original.
Oh, I don't know if you know, they don't care about that part.
They have the Whopper, and that Whopper
That's
flagship.
They basically have a group of people. It's like a think tank where it's like, what else can we do with this Whopper?
Well, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
hey, what's McDonald's doing? Chicken wrap? Okay, Burger
you guys-
King's chicken wrap.
No, Ken, you brought up the jingle at the beginning. The
Yes.
hold the pickles, hold the lettuce,
And it's
special
great.
orders, donuts,
Have it
lettuce.
your way. That's their thing.
Is it great though? Because I mean, you could have it your way and have it
That
your
is
way with
not
other
their
things,
thing.
but you can do it pretty much anywhere.
I actually feel guilty if I go to McDonald's and I say, actually, could you get that without mayo? I'm like, oh, wait, is that only Burger King? Am I getting away
You
with
think
something
that?
here?
Is that a
I
thing?
actually do. Guilty conscience, man.
I had no idea Burger King even like
No, that's their thing.
specialized in that.
yeah.
Yeah.
There was another slogan. It takes two hands to handle a Whopper. You remember that one at all?
Weird.
I just think their advertising has been a little
Awkward.
off. So let's talk about some of the weird ad campaigns they've done, Kent.
Okay.
I'm going to start off with an early one.
Sure.
It's the "Where's Herb" campaign.
Where's Herb?
I'm listening.
Where's Herb?
Is he in the beef?
It was about. Apparently, they released a commercial about this guy. How Burger King was searching for this guy who'd never had a Whopper in his life. The last man in America who's never had a Whopper.
Okay.
And they were searching for him. That was their ad campaign. Then at the Super Bowl, they released a thing where they said, okay, this is Herb. They finally had a picture of him, and they're like, he's going to be appearing in stores around the U.S. If you see Herb, in a Burger King.
Wait, is it Herb or Herb?
Herb, H-E-R, Herb.
Okay, which is
H-E-R-B.
it? Which is it? I'm so confused.
Herb. If you see Herb in a store and approach him, you're the first one to do so. You win $5,000.
What?
If you see this guy in a store?
Not $5,000 Burger King bucks, right?
No,
Because that would be
it's
terrible.
$5,000. But if you're in the store when he's found, you are entered to win $1 million.
What?
This was their ad campaign.
Okay.
It seems a little off the wall. And then an 11-year-old boy spotted Herb at a Burger King in Newark and Delaware, and he believed that he won the $5,000. But because he was under the age of 16, they didn't count it, and they gave it to his friend instead.
Wow.
And
His friend?
Yeah, his friend that was his older friend that was there with him. So then
It's messed up.
Yeah, everyone was really.
Do they
ticked
not
off
know
about it.
how public affairs work?
Yeah.
Oh, a child one? We can't give it to him.
Too
That's
bad,
going to
kid.
work really good for our advertising.
Yeah, so it actually was a big flop. Although Kent, you'll appreciate this, and maybe Jacob will too.
Maybe. We'll see.
The World Wrestling Federation (WWF)
I don't
had
appreciate
Herb
this.
appear as a guest timekeeper during the boxing match between Rowdy Roddy Piper and Mr. T.
What?
Rowdy Roddy Piper, he's back, Jacob.
Why would I appreciate that?
I appreciate
didn't even know
it.
that name
I
until
know.
3 episodes ago.
Why do I not know about this Herb guy at all?
Well, and apparently,
right
I don't know,
behind you.
because it was a flop. Like this promotion lasted about 3 months, and it was not going anywhere. In fact, the whole concept of saying this guy hasn't eaten our burgers, other restaurants would jumped on. Like Wendy's got on, was like, yeah, Herb eats at our restaurants. He likes our burgers.
Jeez.
Like even back then, they were roasting.
I'd rather
people.
go to KFC where they have 7 Herbs.
And like apparently, like the
spices.
opening sketch of a Saturday Night Live, Randy Quaid played Herb at a press conference during the
What?
opening sketch of Saturday Night Live. Like, it's the whole thing. Herb. I
Wow.
keep saying Herb, but it's
I know it's
Herb.
cracking me up, actually.
Herb.
Herb or Herb.
Anyway, can't go ahead
No,
with
they've
yours.
done some weird things. For example, like I just want to mention a few of a few of the things they did. Recently, they had a commercial where a clerk talks right into your TV and he says, "Okay, Google."
They're going to do it now. People are listening to this out loud.
No, it won't anymore. But he said, "Okay, Google, what's a Whopper?" And then Google would talk and say, "The Whopper is this and this," and read the Wikipedia quote. So Google got really mad. They made Burger King pull the ad and they canceled.
I did hear about this.
Okay, the Google Home will not even answer that. So Siri, no, that's all it is. Alexa, what is a Whopper?
We'll see if it works.
So they had to pull that commercial.
So do you guys remember the subservient chicken?
No.
What?
That sounds funny
What?
already, though.
No, subservient chicken. This is like 10 years ago, maybe. They had a website. I mean, not even that long ago, but you go to this website and there's a guy in a chicken costume on a webcam, and then you type in what you want him to do. So it's like, do a push-up, and then the chicken would do a push-up. And then do jumping jacks.
I don't think this was a public thing you were on, Joel. I think maybe this was like a
this the dark
private
web?
site that you've been going to.
No, this was
you had to
totally,
pay a subscription.
This was part
I
of their
think.
chicken promotion and have it your way, and it was like they called it the subservient chicken. And I remember we thought it was the most bizarre thing. Like it was really weird.
That was
to do.
my nickname in high school.
The subservient chicken.
Yeah. So really weird. Also, in recent history, they had a World Cup ad in Russia because that's where the World Cup was. And I'm going to try to tiptoe around this. So the brand Burger King in Russia, they tweeted this out. They offered 3 million Russian rubles, so it's about $47,000. And
I thought you were going to say $47.
no, yeah, and a lifetime's worth of free Whoppers if women were able to prove that they had been impregnated by one of the soccer stars in the World Cup.
What?
Yes. If you're
Yeah.
able to prove that a soccer star visiting in the World Cup impregnated you, free Whoppers for life and $47,000.
Yeah.
Isn't that the tackiest thing you've ever heard?
Wow, that is nuts.
They got
got in so
raked
much
over the
trouble.
coals for this one.
Well,
and
yeah.
Burger King ended up going, this Russian.
So did anyone
subsidiary-
cash in on that?
I'm sure a lot of people actually.
But yeah, the American company was like, yeah, we don't approve of this. This wasn't approved by our team. This
Yeah.
is just them, and they made them pull it. Also, like you mentioned, they got in trouble with Google.
Yes.
They got in trouble with different communities. They also got in trouble with Facebook because they had what they called the Whopper sacrifice, which was for every 10 friends on Facebook you would drop, you'd get a coupon for a free Whopper. And so people were dropping friends left and right. And
Wow.
Whopper ended up blacklisting it because apparently the application was downloaded 60,000 times and 200,000 people were defriended on Facebook.
Wow, that's kind of cool, actually.
Also, they got on LinkedIn and they said, if you say, "I got fired, I want a free Whopper," hashtag Whopper severance, you say this on your LinkedIn post, you get a Whopper gift card.
Yeah.
they have some crazy stunts.
It's
They have
kind
some
of
crazy
weird.
stunts, but that's the thing is they just recently, like I think within the last couple years, they've gotten rid of the advertising teams they've been working with, and they're like, we need to focus on the food. Because they keep doing these weird stunts to get attention, but
So I want to see this because are we going to talk about the food soon? I feel like we're skirting
around. They don't have
around.
anything to say about the food, and neither do we. Is really the trouble.
I want to bring this up because they do have some good, successful
Tier 2
campaigns. They were one of the first people who, first food companies who did the product tie-in with a partnership with George Lucas to promote the 1977 film Star Wars.
Yeah.
Where they had a set of glasses featuring the main characters from the movie.
He's in. It's in Iron Man too.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
What is Iron Man?
Yeah,
Burger King.
Yeah, Iron Man comes back and he's like, I want an American burger.
Do you know why this is funny?
He's got the gold card or whatever.
So there's a gold card which gives you unlimited food at Burger King. People who have this: Hugh Laurie from House, George Lucas, Robert Downey Jr., and Jay Leno. Right? Mm-hmm. Why it's funny that it's in Iron Man and Robert Downey Jr. has a gold card? This is what he said. So 2003, Robert Downey Jr. was so addicted to drugs, so like heroin, he ordered a burger from Burger King and it tasted disgusting to him. He cites this as the moment he decided to get clean. In quotes, it was such a disgusting burger I ordered. I had that and the big soda and I thought something really, really bad was going to happen. And so for him, that was rock bottom.
Right.
Why
bottom
does that
Burger
mean
King.
something really, really bad is going to happen?
Because it should taste good and it didn't.
Because probably his body was just like shutting down at that point. But then they gave him a gold card and everything's fine. And it's an Iron Man. I guess everything's okay.
But no, just the fact that he had the merchandise tie-in, that was like the launch. It's like they all do that now. Where it's like, hey, Taco Bell's doing Godzilla. Hey, McDonald's is doing Incredibles. Like, it's all because of Burger King having a successful run.
They had most of the Disney toy tie-ins back in the day, even though McDonald's didn't.
In the early 90s, I believe.
Yeah. To their credit, the thing that Burger King was best at was the BK Kids Club. Do you remember this in the 90s?
I do remember BK Kids Club. It was cool.
It was really cool.
The Happy Meal was like happy
cool
and silly, but then you had the BK Kids Club.
And Joel, you'll love this. So if it was your birthday month, you'd receive a mailing that contains games and a coupon for a free kids meal from the BK Kids Club, and you get a crown, a personalized crown for your head.
Yeah.
For your head, of course. But that's what the article says.
How did we not mention the King?
Okay, and that's the advertising now, right?
No, they've
Whopper.
moved away from because they wanted to focus on the food again.
Wow.
The King was this creepy mascot who was.
We've gone on so long before the food.
But that's just it. It's like this guy. If you haven't seen these ads, you got to go look him up because it's this guy with a plastic head,
Always smiling.
The King, always smiling,
He's
and
creepy.
he would pop up in places and just stare at people, and it was creepy and weird, but entertaining.
Yeah, I agree.
So. Yeah,
maybe that's why no one cares anymore because they don't see the King.
You know, honestly, I'm kind of appreciating Burger King more the more that we talk because it's like they're kind of like this Western gunslinger, right? Like there's like no rules and they
Shooting
go
at
around
everything.
and they shoot at everything exactly, right? They're like a drunk cowboy.
that's Burger King.
Exactly.
Leaky burgers from a drunk cowboy.
Oh gosh, I mean, you got to hand it to them, right? They're like, we know what we're doing. We're not doing anything good.
Yeah.
It's tier 2. Yeah. All right, so should we finally talk about the food?
Yes, let's get.
Now let's just end this episode.
Yeah.
But before we get into the categories, gentlemen,
Oh yes.
I have a song.
Yay!
Joel, so soon after your last one, I'm so proud of you.
I know. What the
kidding.
heck? Why do I have 2 songs in a row?
Cannot
It's
wait till next
disgusting.
week's song.
So this is just going to. I feel like this song. I composed a couple different ones, but I felt this one kind of expressed my feelings and, may I say, gentlemen, our feelings about Burger King.
I know we kind of like
I can't
played
wait.
our hand right from the
a
beginning.
little bit.
Here we go.
Nice choice.
Thank you.
It's a disgrace.
When I find myself craving a Whopper, chicken fries, or onion rings, there's a fast food restaurant, Burger King. And if I want a paper crown or a creepy mascot who stares at things, there's no other option, Burger King. Burger King, Burger King, Burger King, oh Burger King. I guess we'll have to settle for Burger King. Everybody! Burger King, Burger King, Burger King, oh Burger King. Surprisingly mediocre, Burger King. One more time.
Burger King, Burger King, Burger King, oh Burger King. I thought I liked you better, Burger King.
Joel, that is your best song. If you could not hear, listener, Kent and I were giggling,
Giggling the entire
time.
And here's my favorite part. In the other fast food songs, you talked all about the food. You didn't even talk about the food once. We haven't talked about the food at all.
I talked about the food. I said craving a Whopper, chicken fries, onion rings.
Yeah, that's true. The opening.
Okay, a little bit.
You a little bit talked about the food.
I named the highlights.
Okay.
All right.
I think we need to get into this.
Let's get into the categories. For those of you who've never heard one of these shows before, we've come up with a series of categories, and then we're going to give our answer for those categories.
More than any other, Joel, I want that one as an MP3.
Yeah, I'll make it happen.
All right, let's begin, fellas. All right, we're going to start at the top. Best breakfast item.
I went with the Croissan'wich with egg and cheese with sausage.
That's very specific.
Not a bad choice. Their sausage is actually pretty good.
Well, because you get three options. You get the sausage, the ham, or the bacon.
Yes.
And I'm going to say this right now. Get the croissant, not the biscuit.
Yes.
We recommended the biscuits at McDonald's,
Yes.
but here they are so
dry.
crumbly.
And,
like,
yeah.
they just fall
Yeah.
apart. The croissant really
and
is
the
kinda
croissant is
tasty.
actually good. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
And the Croissan'wich is unique to Burger King. It's one of the few things that are unique.
Yeah, and it's actually pretty tasty. It's a good morning meal. I will say, though, like the sausage... Well, I might get into this later.
No,
but
I
It
feel
is
like
so
it had
salty.
It had the right amount of sodium. Well, the right amount meaning a ton of sodium, so it gave it
insane
taste.
amount.
Because
Yeah.
the egg has no taste, and so the sausage
fluff.
makes up for it.
Well, but no, I was going to say that more times I had enough times where the sausage was burnt, like blackened with like little flecks of
Is that good or bad?
charcoal. No, it was bad.
Okay.
because I was like, am I getting like the dregs of the sausage bin? Like, what's
Yes.
going on here?
No,
So
that's the.
I mean, for any of
Yeah.
these items where you had the sausage, it's so salty with hash browns.
It was good.
It was like I had like a salt shaker in my mouth, like while I was eating, which wasn't necessarily bad too. Because I
you did have a salt shaker in your mouth.
Is that what it
Yeah.
was?
You normally eat with a salt shaker in your mouth.
Dang it.
You don't know this, but it's a nervous tick you have.
Okay, so yours is that okay?
For sandwich with the sausage.
So mine is. I went a little bit bigger on that one because if Burger
How
King
much
does
bigger?
anything, I went with the King Croissan'wich with sausage and bacon.
the King Croissan'wich, which has everything on it.
but not ham because who wants the ham there?
What?
Nobody. It's fine, but I wouldn't really choose to order it. And sometimes Burger King's bacon, maybe I'll talk about this a few times during the show. Honestly, if you get bacon outside of breakfast, their bacon's gross.
Gross?
Yeah, it's all flimsy. I never get it cooked well. Maybe just my location, but during breakfast, I actually get really crispy bacon, which I appreciate.
You like the crispy bacon?
I do. So this has everything. This is really similar to the Egg Enormous Burrito, which is, I just love to say.
Enormous burrito. Jacob, you had one of those today, didn't you?
This morning for breakfast.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Are you still feeling it in your gut?
I only ate like a fourth of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the starving children in Indonesia have to say about that?
They didn't mind.
All right, so,
I sent a selfie on Instagram.
so Jake, what was your
I
favorite?
got lots of likes.
What was your favorite breakfast? Stop that.
My favorite is we have all three different, which is good. The breakfast sourdough king double sausage. So
See, okay, the sourdough didn't feel breakfasty to me.
okay, so here's the thing. This is easily the best breakfast sandwich, and
Ever?
no, at Burger King.
Ever? Is this a Taco Bell situation again?
No, at Burger King. And here's the thing, though, it was like 1,160 calories.
Wow.
For this sandwich.
Is that a lot?
Oh my gosh, Joel, that is so many calories. I mean, that is like 60% of what you should eat in a day.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just
Is
one
that a
sandwich.
lot? 60%?
Okay.
Math.
Anyway, so I had this one. This is one of the early. This is a couple of weeks ago, and I had it, and I didn't want to eat for like all day.
Well, of course not. You
Like,
shouldn't.
Yeah, it wasn't until like 10 p.m.
Your body's like,
and then
I'm good.
It was just like there was this brick that was stuck in there, and it tasted delicious. But my goodness, you really have to be hungry. I don't recommend eating necessarily the whole thing.
So
unless you
maybe
have
sharing it
an
or cutting it into
insane
thirds?
appetite. Yes, cut it up. You know, do something. I don't know, but the taste itself, excellent.
Yeah. Excellent. I get it.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Should we go right into worst right after that?
Yeah, I might as well do a worst breakfast too.
Jacob, why don't you start them with the worst one? We'll go reverse order.
All right. The worst one, let's see if I can get these words right, is this was hard because they're all kind of right in the middle.
Yep.
That's the problem. It's all
Burger
tier
King.
2.
It's Burger King.
There was one thing, though, that I was like, I grabbed this with expectations. I'm like, okay, this is going to be a pretty good one. And I was like, oh, this is actually a little worse than normal. It is the Breakfast Burrito Junior. It is, they do the layers. So normally in a breakfast burrito, what you do is you like mix all the stuff together. There's lots of flavors and all the stuff's kind of like just kind of mashed in there. And for whatever reason in a burrito, you pour salsa on it and you eat it and it's delicious.
Right.
With this one, it's like, here's a layer of egg, here's a layer of, sausage or whatever. And here's a layer of cheese and then in a really thick tortilla and you just don't taste it all
Jacob?
together.
High
Yeah.
five.
Guys.
Oh,
I want to play.
Wait, you said Breakfast Burrito Junior too?
Breakfast Burrito Junior.
We're going united on this?
This one is easily the worst.
I got a hard tortilla and burnt
Cold eggs?
sausage.
Did you cold eggs?
Cold eggs,
Yeah,
burnt
I kind of did
sausage.
too, actually.
This wasn't like, late morning. This was like prime time when they should be having fresh and hot breakfast.
Right.
I was so disappointed.
When we started this challenge, I looked at everything that was a junior on the menu and I was like, sweet, super cheap. That's way better than spending $6.19. But when they mean junior, they really mean like lower quality products going into their food.
That is what they mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Breakfast Burrito Junior, it is easily the worst. Maybe $1, but still, don't do it.
No, guys, I will happily say I would gladly eat like a couple McDonald's breakfast burritos over.
Yeah,
this
easily.
one.
You get
Yes.
this all the time, right? That's your staple?
No.
Is your go-to?
No, as a
Best of all
child. As a
time.
child when I grew up
Yeah.
and ate there, yeah. All right, next up is we're going to talk sides. So best side, then worst side. Kent, why don't you start?
All right, best side. This one is super easy because it's the French fries. I don't even love the French fries there. They're tier 2. But as far as like when I get a combo meal, I'm always going to be happy to eat the fries because they have pretty good sauces there.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
Do the chicken nuggets count as a side?
I think so.
Or do the chicken fries count as a side?
Chicken sides, entree, but chicken nuggets side.
So chicken nuggets are side, chicken fries are entree.
I just made that up.
No, they're both sides.
They're arbitrary laws, but
It's true.
I mean,
I
they're
know-
also value menu.
I like how chicken fries
No, I think-
called fries are
nuggets
now
are
an
value
entree.
menu.
I don't think they are sides though, because I just thought about this. And kids meals, you can get
Yeah.
your choice of burger or chicken nuggets as the entree.
You know, if that's what you chose, I'll qualify it.
Well, I debated, but I went with fries as well.
Okay. Just because the sauce is good, their barbecue's good. I actually like the zesty sauce, which is different than most other places. And like no one has zesty sauce.
Zesty. What is zesty sauce?
It's a little, it's strange. There's, I don't.
Is it like a dirty Coke?
No, is that
Like,
their,
is that what
their
that
fake
is?
fry sauce? Is that what it is? Like their peppery
it's
fry
like,
sauce?
yeah, it's like peppered spicy ranch sort of.
Yeah.
And I think this is like the dirty Coke when you go into the gas station, they just like grab a lime and squeeze it.
That happened to
This
me
is
once.
just like a zesty
this is
sauce.
mayonnaise that fell on the floor, and they're like, it's
Yeah.
zesty sauce.
Yeah, this is
Guys.
like after they wash their hands, it's the water.
We got to be positive. This is best side.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, so fries.
Although I will say, for the record, their side salad, surprisingly generous portions.
Agreed.
That was I got
And
a
cheap.
side
It's
salad.
$1.19.
Yeah, I was like, that's a big salad. And
So,
the
Jake?
ranch is better than McDonald's too.
It could be fries, and I do actually prefer these fries to say McDonald's
What?
for shocker.
You
right?
prefer that dirty hand water to McDonald's fries?
That's about equal, actually. That's about equal. The fries are pretty good, but I actually put hash browns on this for the side. Hope that counts
Okay,
for
the
breakfast.
yes,
item.
hash- yeah,
because
totally.
I think the hash browns are pretty good.
And they do they? Oh yeah, they have the little circle ones.
They're the little circles. Yeah,
They're not
I
like
like
a full.
That's why I like them, is because they're just these tiny little bite-sized
Yeah, those
hash
are
browns, and they're a little greasier than the French fries. Maybe that's why I like them better. A little saltier too.
So, Joel, what'd you pick for the worst side?
Well, mine's a cheat because I chose onion rings because I don't like onion rings. Like
Joel,
I don't like
Joel,
onions.
right here.
Yeah.
Guys.
Those onion rings
Are you agreeing?
garbage.
Yes.
Those onion rings are the worst.
No, they're
thing.
not though, because you put them
What?
you put them on the rodeo burger. I'm fine with them, but eating
I
them,
love the rodeo burger.
but even eating them on like by themselves, not good.
It's weird
No,
because
they're insanely
I like
terrible,
onion
actually.
rings that are like you get a Crown Burger, for example. Like they're greasy. There's actual onion in them. These ones, I can't tell if there's onion. I think it's just breading.
I think it's
No,
breaded
it is
and
only
onion
breading.
flavored.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, for our onion rings, we're not going to have onions. We're just going to have breading, and we're not going to season that breading, and then we're going to fry it in a circle.
No.
Here you go.
No, I'd say if anything, the,
It's
the
like,
onion
wow,
rings.
thanks. I can dip this in barbecue sauce.
If anything, I'd say the onion rings are over seasoned. Like they're super
Over-seasoned?
salty.
Oh, I don't
like,
taste
I got no
anything when I
taste.
eat them.
No?
No,
Yeah.
zero
oh,
taste.
Man, I was like, I'm feeling like my sodium levels spike.
Oh man, it just tastes like
This is gonna
batter.
be, like 5,000 calories of sodium.
Oh, Joel, you and the calories. No,
Is that
don't.
not?
No.
I was trying.
It's not right.
What's the specialty item that you dislike?
Well, okay, so I didn't really have. The problem is they all kind of tasted the same.
Well, I'm going to throw this out there. This is probably in one of my other categories, but the rodeo cheeseburger is actually a specialty item. You can't get it on. It's not on the menu. It's not listed.
Wait, okay, like the little one, the dollar menu one,
It's,
or the big one?
It's like $1.50.
Yeah.
It's a rodeo cheeseburger though. They have a rodeo burger.
Oh, that's right, the rodeo cheeseburger.
And I think it's actually a bacon rodeo cheeseburger. but it's a smaller one, so it's still kind of cheap. But if you want, you can also get frings, which is half onion rings, half fries.
So it's just scrape the bottom of the fryer bucket.
Do you say that? Can I get some frings?
Yeah, and they'll know.
I like some Gus Frings.
Also, you can get a suicide burger at Burger King.
Okay, so I read about that.
What is a suicide? I didn't read about that.
It's just 4 Whoppers put together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you guys, I gotta go. I'll be right back.
No, Joel, no.
Gonna go commit suicide.
Friends don't
burger.
Friends get the suicide burger.
I just wanted to bring up the specialty items because to me it was so underwhelming. The specialty items, they're like, hey, we got the Bacon King and the Bacon King Jr. And I'm like, it's just kind of like a double burger with ketchup and mayo, no mustard. And the Sourdough King, I was like, oh, sourdough. It's not that special. And then they put fry sauce on it, and that's their specialty. Like, I was kind of disappointed in every one of those specialties. The American Brewhouse Burger, way overpriced.
Totally.
But
so many calories, too.
So many calories, like at least
not again.
1,700.
Yes.
Actually, that's about right.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done.
Okay. But
That's about what the Texas Whopper was, too, I think.
Well, I'll talk about that one here in a sec.
Next up is going to be the best and worst dessert. This is actually a good discussion, I think.
All right, Jacob. Why don't you go first on this one?
All right. Best dessert, easily, hands down, is the Hershey's Sundae pie.
Dang it, Jacob.
Yep.
Kent?
I'm honestly split on this one because that one is great. It's it's a pie you get at Thanksgiving, to be honest with you.
I would eat this pie.
Were you guys surprised by the box desserts?
Yeah.
Because they give you these desserts and it's like in a paper box, it's prepackaged.
Yeah.
You pull the tab to open it. I'm like, this is going to taste freezer burnt. This is going to be horrible.
And then you're like,
it was delicious.
My problem is like I'll get the Hershey's pie and I'm like, oh, this is really good. Next day I'll get the Twix pie and I'm like, this is really good. Which one do I like more? So I go back and forth.
It's definitely not Twix.
You know, the Twix, Oreo, and Hershey's, I think were the three we were going through.
No, it's Sundae. It's the Hershey's Sundae, and then it's Twix, and then it's...
Well, do you know what the tipping factor is?
What?
Price.
Oreo.
It is the price.
Hershey's
what's the price difference?
Hershey's Sundae is only $1.99, whereas the other ones I think were like $2.59 or $3 or something like that.
Crazy.
I'll have to look it up.
Joel, you know how you were saying you're going to be done with Burger King for a little while?
Yeah.
It's that Hershey Sundae. That's the only one I've thought, you know what? I'm going to come back for this.
And they're tiny.
They are.
Joel,
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember this, but we used to go see movies at the theater on 33rd over there.
I remember you taking me to movies
back in the day.
so long ago.
But Jake, sorry to say this, but afterwards,
times.
Joel and I, we'd catch up and, I get to tell him my girl stories. And
That's what I call everything Ken tells me.
Tell me your girl stories again.
Your time as a
telling me his
girl? Is that what that
girl
means?
stories.
Jake don't know.
He'd put on a wig in the middle of
Burger
the
King.
Burger King.
And it was
Tell a
it was
story.
a shabby Burger King, which is every Burger King. But he'd go get, some sort of drink or whatnot. And I would always get one of these pies, even though I was usually on a diet, but it was always tradition that I get one of these sugary pies.
It wasn't tradition. He just kept doing it.
Yeah, that sounds
He
about
was-
right.
Joel, no one was
it's
policing
tradition.
this.
We need to go.
But yeah, I really I was surprised by the box pies. And I call them box pies because that's what you're like, get them, you're like, this is like kind of pathetic.
Yeah.
But then you taste, you're like, that's actually pretty
It's
tasty.
funny. Like the other day, I got a salted caramel shake, which I thought would be delicious. And after like
Hold on, we haven't hit worst yet.
but 4 or 5 bites, like it was like acidic. It was just, it was not good. It's not real ice cream. It's not even my worst though.
Did you say which it was?
Yeah, it's
Which
between the
wins?
Hershey's pie, Twix pie,
You have to make a decision here.
Hershey's pie.
All right.
Because it tastes
We
like
agree
something.
away.
Tastes like something someone made at Thanksgiving.
You know,
It
actually,
does. It's so good.
Okay, so here's the thing though, and I have to give this honorable mention because the apple pie was warm
Yeah, it's fine.
and delicious. If I liked cooked apples, I probably would have put that one up there.
Okay.
It's not the Taco Bell caramel empanada.
No.
But I was like, man, if I liked apple pie, this is probably very pleasing because it was warm and delicious. But the cool pies, the frozen pies, are quite tasty.
Yeah.
All right, so worst dessert.
I'll go first on this one. I put the chocolate Oreo shake.
Dang it, right here. Man. How does that keep happening?
Kent, don't agree.
I'm not going to agree
Okay.
because I didn't like that one. But for me, I was like, yeah, it's just way too much of a good thing.
But that's
It's
the
not a
problem.
good thing.
So I was like Oreo,
But it's too right to
Okay,
make
the
it
Oreo,
wrong.
the
Chocolate.
Oreo shake, the Oreo
Yes.
shake is delicious. But the chocolate, they
It's hideous.
don't mix it right.
No.
It really feels like they just take a squirt of the syrup and just put it in the middle, and then you're just drinking chocolate syrup, which some people like.
Sure.
But it's not mixed. The ratio's off. Something is wrong.
You know,
there
like
because-
the plastic cone that goes on top that
Yeah.
holds, like, where the straw goes in.
Yeah.
I didn't even drink that thing down far enough to the top of the lid because it was so disgusting.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm throwing this away. I'm throwing a whole shake away because I can't drink it.
I drank the whole thing.
Did you really? Of course you did.
Oh, I kept trying to mix it up, being like maybe this time because the presentation was awful too. It was like there was like this little side dollop of whipped cream, and then it was a normal shake with like a chocolate side to it because they just kind of dumped the syrup in.
I drank it in the first bite. I was like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. This tastes worse. How can ice cream taste this bad? How is it even possible?
How do you mess up a chocolate Oreo shake?
Yes.
But their ice cream isn't really all that good anyways.
No. All right, Kent, what's yours?
I wanted to disagree with you guys because that's disgusting. I went with the strawberry banana smoothie, which has now been discontinued. I got this one, 6 months ago.
I was going to say, I don't remember even seeing that.
That was around the time I finished
And
this.
then I was like, I'm going to get that again because I don't remember enjoying it. And they're like, we actually don't serve that anymore. I'm like, for good reason.
Do you know what's surprising? So they do a lemonade, kind of, the frosted lemonade?
Yes.
At Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, they do.
They do that there.
Frozen Coke.
Yeah.
Frozen Fanta.
Well, you can do a frosted lemonade, which is like the lemonade with the ice cream.
Yeah.
But they also do that with the Fanta slushy. The orange Fanta.
Oh, I'm into that.
And so it was an off-menu item. My son actually asked about their slushies, and they said, oh, we do this. And he was like, I'll try it. It tastes like a dreamsicle. It was actually pretty tasty.
Okay.
But not anything to write home about.
Yeah.
The Fanta? Frozen Fanta?
The frozen Fanta with the ice cream in it.
Oh, with ice cream in it.
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't clear on that.
Okay, what do we got next?
Guilty pleasure. I'm really curious what you guys are going to say about this because
I already said this one, but the rodeo cheeseburger, like I said, I don't enjoy.
Why is this a guilty pleasure?
The onion rings. And it's small, it's tacky, it's actually not even that good, but I get it. Before doing the whole menu thing, I got it every time because it's cheap and it's...
But why go for the rodeo cheeseburger instead of just the rodeo burger? Does the slice of cheese really make that much of a difference?
It does for some reason. It makes me feel special to be ordering off this specialty, or not even on the specialty menu because it's not even there.
You're like saying to your date, don't worry, I know the secret menu.
Yeah.
Can you put a piece of cheese on my burger?
An onion ring?
I take dates to the drive-thru at Burger King.
Yeah. That's what you go on your drives. You don't want to get out of the car. It makes sense.
Get the rodeo cheeseburger. So yeah, I'm guilty.
That is pretty shameful.
Jacob, you want to go next?
The rodeo cheeseburger is a thing that they used to have, and I would get it all the time. So I do the same thing. I'll order it, and then they're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But
And then they spit in it.
Of course.
Yeah, it adds taste, which is interesting.
So my guilty pleasure, and this really is something I should feel guilty about, is it's whatever the current Whopper is, because they'll be like, here's this new crazy Whopper.
It's every day they come up with a new Whopper.
In all reality, it's probably like every 6 weeks. There's a new Whopper.
No, it's seriously like, okay, this isn't making it up. They're like, okay, this time we have the Texas Whopper. It's got jalapenos and on it.
Now it's an angry Whopper.
Yeah.
With jalapenos.
And now we've got the barbecue bacon Whopper, which is a Whopper with bacon and barbecue sauce on it.
That's what it is. It just rotates through. And you know what?
And the Whopperito.
The Whopperito.
Yeah. Whopperito, yeah. So no, that's my guilty pleasure is I'll try this new Whopper. Yep, I like jalapenos. Yep. Okay. No. Run to the bathroom. Okay, Joel.
My guilty pleasure is the fully loaded Croissan'wich. This is the one that has everything. It's for the person who can't decide between bacon and ham and sausage. Let's get all three here in the morning and really give our heart a jump start.
How many calories do you think are in that one, Joel?
Probably 6.
Yep, he's right. I just checked.
He just checked.
Calories. But it really was one of those sandwiches that I was like, this tastes so good and so gluttonous. And I got done and I was like, I need water to combat the sodium that's happening in my body right now. Yeah. I didn't eat for like ever after
No, you
that.
really would have to wait because that's an incredible amount of calories.
Yes, it is. 6 is.
6 is a ton. No, I actually, on one of my visits to Burger King, actually it was a visit today.
Don't call him a visit. It sounds really official.
One of my scheduled appointments with Burger King.
With my Burger King agent.
Your Highness.
Mother, bring me a fully loaded croissantwich.
So I asked the lady there.
I want my sodium to shoot to the sky, Mother.
Okay, so I asked the lady, I'm like, hey, so... And she was really kind of chatty. So I was like, hey, what do you think the best breakfast item is here? And she goes, oh, fully loaded. For sure.
It's tasty.
And I was like, yeah, it is a good one. So
yeah.
So this Burger King lady that answers to my every whim agrees with you. Also known as Mother.
You call the Burger King employees Mother?
And they answer to your every whim. They say have it your way. They don't mean boss them around and be their ruler.
Yeah. Mother, put a Hershey's Sunday pie in a Whopper. Call it the dessert Whopper, Mother.
And they would. Oh no, you just gave them an idea. I would. Yeah.
I want it my way. All right, next up is sounds worse, but actually tastes best. Or tastes good, at least.
I'll go first on this one. I said the pretzel chicken fries.
Up top.
What? Yeah?
Yeah, there's no reason. Based on this name, these should be good.
I went pretzel chicken fries. And in my mind, I'm like, kind of a dry chicken, like not very good. And then I tasted it. I'm like, these things got good flavor to them.
So I actually had those ages ago, right? And I was like, oh, wow, these are really good for dipping. I've gotten them twice in the last, 2 weeks, both times.
And they're cheap as well.
Super dry.
There's a good quantity.
You didn't?
No,
they were dry?
Incredibly inedible the
Really?
last 2 times I got them. I'm like,
Oh, man.
no amount of sauce will make up for how terrible this is. And I was like, did my memory misserve me? Like, I
Maybe
do
his
remember them being
location?
good.
Yeah.
There's 2 different locations, actually.
Oh.
I don't know
why,
because
but-
I remember thinking like, wow, these are tasty, and there were a lot of them, and it was cheap, and I was like, all right, pretzel chicken fries.
Yeah, that was my original impression too. But the last couple times, I'm like, ugh.
That's too bad.
All right, Jacob, what about you?
This one really surprised me. And
Sounds worse, tastes best.
As I looked at it on the menu, I was like, oh, there's no way that's going to be good. It doesn't matter. I have to get it. The breakfast platter.
Oh.
Like the full breakfast platter. So now,
it's kind of like the hotcakes
How does
with
that
breakfast
sound
at
worse?
McDonald's.
No, it's like fast food. I don't want a platter with all these things like in
But
one
it says
bowl.
the words breakfast and platter. Those are 2 of your favorite words.
And there's
Jacob.
hotcakes and syrup.
So there's pancakes, there's syrup, there's hash
Eggs.
browns, there's eggs, there's sausage, and is that it? I think-
bacon. They can get bacon in there, maybe.
No, it's just a sausage.
Yeah, I think just sausage.
Anyway, so it's a whole
You got ripped
platter.
off. You should have asked Mother for more.
I should have. And anyway, so I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh gosh, this is going to be, because I've had these sort of like platters from McDonald's and other places. I don't care for them. I eat it, like the pancakes are good. Like I would have eaten this. I would have been happy with that meal at IHOP or whatever.
What?
You know?
Wow.
Yeah, it was really good. I was really surprised. I was like, this should not be good, but
He's going delusional. Actually, I think on this
That was
one.
All that binge eating from procrastination.
Yeah.
no, seriously, if you want like pancakes, those were solid. It's weird.
Pancake shouldn't be solid.
Oh, is that why?
Those are Frisbees.
Mother. All right. Best and worst value item.
All right. I'm going to go worst value item. I don't think we even had this on our
You going
final
worst
spreadsheet.
first?
Worst first
Okay.
was the tacos.
Tacos.
And we didn't even have this on our spreadsheet, but I ordered these, and I'm putting this on here because I was like, got the tacos today, and Joel's like, that's actually not on the list. And I was like, but I ordered them, and I spent money on
not
them.
even on the restaurant. You just made that up.
I think you pulled a Jacob there and just got whatever they
And
had.
then an alien brought you into a room.
and spit on you.
Yes.
I think you're at Del Taco, Ken. I think
I was
that's what
probably
that
a
was.
Jack in the Box.
Probably a Hungry Jack's.
But who actually has
I like
good
those.
tacos.
I like those tacos. Yeah.
But at the location I go to, they have 2 tacos for $1. And I opened
So you know
mine
you're
up.
getting quality.
Oh, right.
Oh, you know what? I do remember. This is
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Yeah, this is about 3 months ago. I opened them
Nah,
up,
it's more than that.
and it's like this weird hamburger patty, half hamburger patty, that's kind of crumbled up
What?
and stuck to the side of the taco shell. And there's a cheddar cheese slice, an American cheese slice, actually, that's pasted on there.
is
And I was like, and they have hot sauce that comes with it, but I'm like, but no. And it was not good. It was the driest thing ever. The meat was not even noticeable compared to the tortilla chip that I was eating. I hated it. That was
Okay.
the least favorite for me.
That sounds pretty bad.
Yeah.
I went, and I'll explain why, but I went with the spicy chicken nuggets. And
Do they even have those anymore?
I
They-
went
they
with
don't,
them
yeah.
because they kept the stupid posters up months after those things went out. And so I kept having to go into Burger King and kept having to ask for them, and they kept not having them, and it was frustrating.
Tell
so
the king.
I never got to try them, and so I hate them for it.
Oh, but they're probably good.
Maybe, but they didn't let me have them. And I wanted them,
Joel?
and they wouldn't let me have them.
Do you even want more Burger King food? Do you need more Burger King
If
food
they
in your
had,
life?
if you told me the one down the road had spicy chicken nuggets, I would go there and try them so I could still give them this bad rating.
It's weird. So spicy nuggets are disappearing. Wendy's doesn't even have them anymore.
Although Chick-fil-A is experimenting with doing spicy nuggets.
Ooh, oh, here we go.
Now that sounds intriguing.
How is that not a thing? Like, who would order regular ones when there could be spicy ones?
I do prefer regular to spicy because
Really?
sometimes I feel like they get the ratio wrong and they take away taste in favor of spice.
Spicy all the way.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's because otherwise you're not going to taste them. For me, it's like...
I like chicken nuggets.
Okay, for me, the worst one was the Chicken Junior. I don't have a strong opinion
gross.
about this.
It's gross.
It's just bad.
It's 450 calories for that thing.
It's stupid.
It's a chicken. It's a wide chicken nugget, and that's about it.
No,
is
here's
it, yeah.
the problem, and I'm going to bring this up another time, but their chicken patties are not good.
No, they're terrible.
but
no,
they're
they're
real
terrible.
chicken.
The grilled chicken.
No, we'll get there. We'll get
Wait,
there.
grilled chicken or real chicken? Did you say?
Grilled and real. That's what I meant
That's
by
what he
real.
means. That's what he means, yeah.
Yeah, but they're basic chicken patties.
No, the grilled one's
Gross.
real.
Gross.
But the crispy's terrible.
Yeah.
All right, jumping to best value item. What you got?
For me, best value item, I was split between the Hershey's Pie or the French toast sticks.
Is Hershey's Pie really value though?
I don't know. That's why I didn't leave it. But it's
$1.99.
Yeah, I mean, it's under $2.
It's not on the value menu
technically.
itself.
I mean, fries is actually the first thing I put, and then I was like, no, I don't want to put fries.
Go with
It's
the
too
French
boring.
toast sticks. Let's talk about that.
French toast sticks it is. So there's just 3 French toast sticks. This is really, really small.
Did you try them without the syrup?
No.
Okay. Don't do it. Don't. Dude, I was like,
Why would I do that?
I was like, oh, these are pretty good. Oh, no.
The syrup is good.
Yes, the syrup is really good.
And it matches up well. Well, it's easy because I can eat that. Like I even ate that while I was driving back because there's a Burger King like 2 miles from my house. So I leave, I get it, and I go back. But yeah, just like 3 French toast sticks. I don't feel like it's too overwhelming. It's nice because most of these things are so caloric that it's impossible to even eat the whole thing. With this one, it's like, oh, I can eat this. That was pretty good. Actually, I'm okay with that. So no real strong opinion there, but their value menu is the worst. Like there's no options. It's cruddy.
No options, but they do have the bacon double cheeseburger.
Is that your choice?
Which is
It is
okay.
my choice.
Okay.
It is so cheap, and they have this in this value combo, which is like
How much is that though? Because that was on the higher end.
It's maybe $1.25.
I think
you
it's
can get this thing, 2 of these and fries and a drink for $3.49 in a combo.
$2.29.
Not bad.
$2.29 for the bacon double cheeseburger. $2.29.
Oh wow! It's cheaper at my location. I own a Burger King now, but you can get 2 of these fries and a drink for $3.49. And I really enjoyed the taste of this one. It's got the flame broiled fake taste or whatever they do to it. They kind of fake smoke it.
Do.
But yeah, but it's double of the patties with bacon. That sometimes, if you ask for well done bacon, is pretty good.
I had that one today. Actually,
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. I do want to bring up, by the way, the app. If you have the Burger King app, they do have coupons in there. So it'll save you a couple bucks. A lot of times it's like buy one, get one free or get a free, fries and drink with
Who
a
needs
burger.
a giant dessert Whopper though? Buy one get one free. Who needs the second one? Nobody.
No, I get the 2 of them and then I save the one for like the next day's lunch. So then it's like,
no, you don't.
I do.
You save Burger King food,
does
Joel.
I do. The Whopper, I will eat the Whopper anyway. I love the Whopper.
Joel, I've got a bag full of like half-eaten sandwiches in my car. Do you want me to
take it.
You'll take it? Okay. If you want those.
Feed my children. No, but my best value menu item, jumping back to that, is the rodeo burger. I love the smoky mayonnaise or smoky mayonnaise.
I wish they made that.
Smoky barbecue sauce with the onion rings and the patty. I don't need the cheese because I'm not a Rockefeller like
Pay
Kent over here.
29 cents more, you'll
Kent's
get it.
making it rain at the drive-through, and I'm like, I'll just take the 20.
It's not worth it without the cheese.
It's patriotic
honestly.
cheese.
I think
It's
it is.
American.
I actually really
Yeah.
dig that. That's my favorite value menu item.
Okay, next up is overrated and underrated.
Overrated. Texas Double Whopper. The Texas Double Whopper was overrated because
Who rated it?
I did.
Okay.
Because I was like, I saw it and I was like, that sounded so good. And then, first of all, they basically put an entire bottle of mustard on the top of it. I was trying to drive. I got it through a drive-through. I was driving back home and I grabbed it. And then I was trying to eat it. There's mustard pouring out the sides.
Ooh.
And then I said,
Mustard.
hold the
I don't
onions.
even remember mustard on it.
I said, hold the onions. And they didn't hold the onions. And so I had to pick off onions out of the mustard.
Heathens.
And the whole time I'm sitting there eating this burger, I'm like, it's just a Whopper with extra mustard on it. Oh, I guess mustard, because Whoppers actually don't have mustard on them. Fun fact.
Yeah.
But it was just covered
Doesn't
in
it have
mustard.
other stuff too? Like some other sauce and jalapenos?
Yeah, I had some jalapenos on there, but I just honestly, it was just overwhelmed with mustard with that one. And so I was like, yeah, this is definitely.
So it's like
not-
the Whopper, but bigger, and you just didn't care for the biggerness.
The bigger with onions and jalapenos and mustard, and overall, I was like, this isn't worth the extra
And you're paying a
$3 I'm
lot
paying
more,
for this.
right.
Yeah. So overrated.
So Jake, what about you?
I actually enjoyed the Texas Whopper okay, but that's because
How dare you.
any version of the Whopper is going to be good for me
That's
at
what
some
I
point.
thought. That's why it was overrated.
It's, yeah. For me, it's the nuggets. I think they are actually a good value because the price is so low, but people like them a little too much because for me, they're just so sad.
Who's better, McDonald's nuggets or Burger King nuggets?
Gosh,
They're the same.
it's so close. Yeah, like they do
We'll
feel
actually find out in a future show, I'm sure.
they feel identical to me.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, it's hard to say.
Go have a Burger King nugget right now. They're right over there.
I had half of one earlier.
They're right over there in the claw of that dinosaur, the giant dinosaur over there.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, you ready for my hashtag hot take?
Let's hear it.
Overrated?
The most overrated thing at Burger King
Is the Whopper?
Is the Whopper.
No.
Yeah, the Whopper is gross.
Every blinking.
I don't
No.
enjoy the Whopper.
No.
Any variation.
No.
I've been waiting all show to do
You
this.
don't have to do this every blinking restaurant challenge.
Guys, The
You don't have to
Whopper,
take my
family
number one
friendly.
pick and drop it in the toilet every single time, Kent.
Yeah, that's actually how it was served to me in the toilet. And I was
Whopper
like,
is
that was an
delicious.
improvement. Thank
The
you very much.
Whopper is fantastic. You are wrong,
No,
sir.
they say home of the Whopper, and I'm like, why would you tout that? That's not even good. They treat it like it's a premier $8 burger.
burger with a slice of cheese on it.
I truly do, because they're not messing around with it.
No, it's
They're-
because it has barbecue sauce on it, and that's your kryptonite.
The Whopper's like, here's extra mayo. Here's a crappy piece of lettuce.
So
here's your
good.
tomato. And I don't even like how the meat is cooked. I don't think the bun is good at all. The sauce is weird.
You're disgusting.
The Whopper is gross.
You disgust me.
Hot take.
Every single one of these menus, he bashed on the double decker, he bashed on the McGriddle, and now he's bashing on the Whopper for no other reason than to tick me off.
I have taste, and it's
No,
time
you
to
have-
recognize the truth.
No, you don't
the
have
Whopper
taste.
is not good.
You have the urge to contradict.
Guys, I don't enjoy it. And there were so
He's a
many
man with urges,
There
you
are
know?
so many
Yeah.
variations of the Whopper. I went, really? Come on. Just give me something else. And so
It's
usually
a
like the
burger.
Big King in that variation actually made me more happy than
Burger
anything.
King is not that good.
the
Joel.
Big King.
Whopper bacon sale approved?
Bacon Cell
No,
approved.
stop it.
Delicious.
No, you can't do that.
Bacon Cell approved. It's delicious.
hey, McDonald's fries, bacon cell approved.
Bacon Cell-
No, don't do it.
Bacon Cell approved. It's delicious.
Only Joel wins now, Ken.
Joel wins. Happy Joel.
Can you do that anytime we bacon cell approve something and say bacon cell approved? It's delicious.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh man,
ridiculous.
That is cold. Ken.
I'm so sorry, but I'm not.
The underrated?
Underrated for me, and I'm going the opposite end, the hamburger. No one goes to get a hamburger, but the hamburger
'cause they're not good.
Is 79 cents. It's the same meat you're getting with everything else, and it's flame broiled. It's super cheap, and unlike McDonald's, it's good. Like
No.
it's quality. No,
You're stretching
it
now.
is. It's the cheapest thing.
It's easier for me to swallow you don't like the Whopper than it is for
No.
me to think that 79-cent hamburger. That thing is like a quarter that's been stretched out. Like a train ran over a quarter. That's what that hamburger
You're
patty
getting your
is
money's
like.
worth at that quarter. My high school experience was going and getting like 3 of these burgers and feeding me for lunch.
I had one of these today,
Yeah.
and that was like to revisit it to see it. And it's like, oh, this is just so sad. I feel
It's
bad.
the same thing as everything
for
else.
it.
They got the pickles, they got the lettuce and the ketchup, and it's good. And I'm not saying it's the best thing on the menu, but it's underrated.
All right, Joel, you're next.
Oh, my underrated is the Whopper Jr. Because I feel like people a lot of time give a lot of attention to the Whopper, and with good reason, because it's Bacon Cell approved, delicious. But the Whopper Jr., it packs a lot of flavor in a little burger, and actually, it's kind of funny
That
because
mayonnaise.
the Whopper Jr. was created by
Smoky.
accident. It was created by accident because apparently a franchise owner.
Wait, the Whopper Jr. was created by accident?
Yes, because the guy in Puerto Rico, a franchise owner in Puerto Rico, he opened a store, but they didn't have the right buns. They didn't have the standard Whopper size buns, so he put the smaller buns in the burger or smaller buns with the smaller burger with all the ingredients of a Whopper, called Whopper Jr., and it was so popular they said make it a menu item. So thank you, Puerto Rico, for the Whopper Jr.
Yeah.
You are underrated.
Thank you for less of a bad thing.
It's not really that clever. It's like, let's make the same thing smaller.
But it's cheaper too.
We
Like,
have the
yeah.
we have the chicken junior.
You can get the flavor of
Yeah.
a Whopper, but not all the calories and not all the price. It's like a diet
and
Whopper.
less of a bad burger.
You like diets, Jacob? It's like a diet Whopper.
That's true. I'm
A
in.
diet Whopper? Stop it.
That's what they should call it.
All right, Jake, what about you?
There is absolutely nothing on this menu that is underrated.
The desserts.
They're not underrated. They're rated just right.
No,
People
but
like
I,
them.
No.
but I think people look at it and they're like, a box dessert?
And I think the fact that they have so many desserts, like they really go above and beyond by having that
do
menu
have several
there.
options, yeah.
So
But-
dessert menu.
But the shakes are terrible.
You know what? I could second the dessert menu. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it's underrated though, because anyone I talk to, it's like, oh yeah, the desserts are actually pretty good.
I was really hesitant to get one of those pies because I was like, they just look like they're going to come out of the freezer, like, from
No, a couple
Yeah.
of years ago, I had one just out of desperation for something sweet whenever I was going through, and I was like, oh wow, this is actually good.
And I'm so happy the pies have expiration dates on them. So it's like best eaten by Friday. And I'm like, thank you for actually caring and not releasing this 2 years down the road.
Yeah.
I'll probably get a sundae on the way home.
Yeah. Oh, great.
All right, next up, why does this exist category?
The why does this exist category. Kent, why don't you go first on this one and be wrong?
I'm not wrong on this one. This was one of the holdouts because I didn't want to go here.
I think we're going to agree.
The Morningstar Veggie Burger.
it.
Yeah.
Oh my word. Okay, so let me explain what happened when I got this. Joel got it a couple weeks before me, and I said, oh no, that's coming up. Why do they have a veggie burger?
I took
Why?
like 2 bites and then gave the rest to my son.
Did he eat it?
Yeah, he thought it was kind of cool.
When you eat the veggie burger, it looks like a chicken patty. So it's all processed. It's gray, and you can see carrot chunks in there.
Yep.
You can.
And it's covered in ketchup.
Yep.
And I took off like the onions and tomatoes off the top, and it is tasteless. But worse than tasteless, it was like a tasteless...
Sodium tasteless.
Yes.
It was an insult to the Whopper, in my opinion, because I got it and it kind of looked like, oh, this might be good. And I took a bite and I'm like, oh, that's not good. Like I was hoping it would be kind of a, that's kind of a
new
fun
and fresh.
alternative.
Right.
But it wasn't fresh. It was like processed saltiness.
And it's weird that it's called the Morning Star because I'm pretty sure Lucifer is the Morning Star.
That's Son of the Morning.
Same thing. And so, yeah, it makes sense for
It's
this
just a company
burger.
who makes that sort of thing, isn't it? The Morning Star is the name of the
Probably.
brand. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't process
it's
that.
so bad. What about you, Jake?
For me, it was a really easy choice for why does this exist? The answer is Burger King.
Oh, cop out. Boo. Boo.
Oh, come on.
Boo. Baconsale approved. Boo. Boo. Boo.
It's delicious.
No, I actually, it's delicious. No, I actually agree with you guys, but I just wanted to say my own thing.
Okay.
All right.
Because what vegetarian or vegan is going to go to Burger King for any reason?
No, it's strange. It's strange. I mean, it's kind of cool that they're doing it, but at the same time, it doesn't fit their MO. Like,
No.
how is this their demographic?
No.
Or at least give us a black bean burger. Like, even that would be kind of okay.
I guess.
I don't even know what went into this burger at all. I can't even say burger.
Carrot slices.
Carrot
Carrot shavings.
It looked like
I can't believe
someone...
you guys booed my joke. That was a good joke.
It looked like
fine.
someone took
It was a
vomit
Jacob joke.
and breaded your vomit and compacted that
Kids,
together
come
in
on.
a patty.
And then fried
Come
it.
on,
They
man.
fried it too.
Because it's got corn chunks and ham chunks.
People are going to be eating while listening to this episode.
You know what's funny is when we did the Taco Bell show, people are like, I actually got Taco Bell for lunch. This one, no one will be getting Burger King.
No, they will still.
Oh, well, please don't.
They will.
Popular restaurant.
All right, guys. Breakfast versus regular menu. Who wins?
Regular.
Regular.
Because of the Whopper. Right, Kent?
Because of the desserts, actually.
Oh, the desserts.
Actually, I like the breakfast there, and it almost gives them the edge, but the desserts really put them over the
I didn't
top.
really think about the desserts because when I thought about just regular menu and breakfast, I went breakfast.
Okay,
There were
that makes
so
sense.
many breakfast items, though. Like, I'm looking at this, and it looks like there's like 20 breakfast items that
Yeah.
we ate.
Yeah, the
So
thing
many
is,
variations.
It's a bunch of different
So-
biscuits, though, and Croissan'wich.
There was only rarely things I came across in the breakfast menu that I didn't like the junior breakfast burrito, right?
Yeah.
But when I went to the main menu, I'm like, okay, let me get the sourdough chicken club. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, no, not into this at all.
Okay.
Or
'Cause it was
crispy
the
chicken
chicken.
sandwich. Nope, not into this
'cause
at
it was the
all.
chicken.
Oh, pretzels that are too dry. Nope, not into this either. Nope,
was good.
going breakfast.
Baconsale approved. Those were delicious.
It's true.
There's just no way to win with that.
I'm winning all over the place. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, do you guys have a custom order? I mean, Kent mentioned his, I guess.
Yeah, it's just a rodeo cheeseburger.
Yeah, and I just get the no onions. Like usually even with the Whopper, I'm like, yeah, take the onions off.
You know, I don't have one, but one I want to try is because I had the grilled chicken on just one thing, and it was really impressed because it was actually like a grilled
You were
chicken.
impressed by the grilled chicken?
Yeah, because it was real chicken.
Wow.
There was actual chicken. Like I could tell what I was eating. I was like,
Hey, Baconsale approved.
Baconsale approved,
It's
grilled
delicious.
chicken. Yeah.
It sucks being on this side
So
of that.
what I want to do, I want to go back and I want to ask for like barbecue sauce or something. I want to spice that one up a little
Right.
bit because I might have an actual
You said
sandwich.
when. You said when you go back.
Someday, yeah. And it's also on a potato bun, which is pretty good too. All right, guys. What was the biggest surprise?
I was hating.
Oh my gosh, that hurt. Oh my
It's
gosh,
a bit much.
Oh my
biggest surprise.
Oh my ears.
Like the nun showing up in my YouTube videos.
Wait, what?
This happened like 2 weeks ago for the new movie The Nun.
Yeah.
The nun would appear in random YouTube videos and go like, ah! Like those scare videos.
What?
Yeah, for movie promotion.
That's clever.
So they had to remove it.
What are we talking about
Anyways,
today, Jacob?
What?
Yeah. So 3 weeks ago, I hated Burger King so much, even more than I do now, that I was like, I can't do another burger. I can't eat another one. And so I got the chicken club salad. And it was so refreshing. Like the chicken was good as grilled chicken. Even the bacon was good in this thing. The dressings are decent. And I actually ate that with glee because I felt like I wasn't killing my body. And I appreciated the taste.
You ate it with the cast from Glee, or
Yeah,
while you were watching
it was
Glee?
weird.
Get the whole
kid in
cast.
the wheelchair that he could actually walk.
Wow.
And, yeah.
Name another one. Name another
The one
crew
with the
member.
faux hawk that is now in jail.
Yep, we're doing good. On that note, Jacob, what was your biggest surprise?
My biggest surprise wasn't a menu item. It was how many calories are in everything at Burger King, particularly the breakfast items.
Yeah.
Because I actually keep track of calories most of the time. I use my
Me
fitness.
too.
No, you do not.
Everything has 6.
Like I use my fitness pal and some other things. I kind of just keep tracks just so I have like a mental note throughout the day. I eat at Burger King and it's gone instantly. One meal and I'm over my calories for my whole day.
Wow, I know the average person eats like 1,700 calories a day.
That's actually really
That's
good.
about right. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. That'd be good.
Woo!
Yeah.
So if I say 1,700, I'm right.
Every
Is that what
time.
we're going with?
Yeah.
Okay.
60% of the
I
time.
mean, either for the day or one Burger King breakfast sandwich, you're spot on.
spot on, okay.
Yeah. So that was my shock. Is just these things are heavy.
Yeah.
Could not believe it.
My biggest surprise was the bacon and cheese crispy chicken sandwich because it was terrible. Absolutely terrible. You got bacon. You got cheese.
Should work.
You got fried chicken. How do you go wrong? And yet it was this salty, hard, like tasteless mess. Like it was just like I bit into it and I'm like, this is just salt.
Yeah.
It's like I'm eating table salt. I had the shaker in my mouth again.
Oh, did you?
And I was eating it just going, how do they screw this up? Because I'm going to say this. The chicken patties at Burger King are awful. I don't care if they're grilled. I don't care if they're fried. Every single chicken experience of the patties I had was
like I'm going to
bad.
have to disagree with you because are you talking just processed or any and all chicken?
I had a Burger King, of course.
Right.
But every chicken patty experience I had was a bad one.
Even the actual crispy chicken sandwich.
Yes.
Like the full size, full price.
Oh, the
one.
long one
No, not the long one because that's a chicken patty. But I'm talking actual chicken, not processed.
wasn't good.
Huh.
It was
I had
hard.
a totally different experience.
And it was terrible. Like I was so surprised that I was like, oh yes, I'm gonna get the bacon crispy chicken, bacon and cheese crispy chicken.
Right.
And it was bad. And I was like, man, that's just such a disappointment.
Weird. Okay.
Okay, next up, guys, I want to hear your regular order. When you go, say you're not in a competition, you can order whatever you want. What's your go-to? What do you go to?
Well, it's no surprise I'll order the Whopper. And I usually will use the coupon of buy one, get one free.
As you should.
And I will save the Whopper. But then when I reheat it, here's the trick. I don't reheat the whole burger. I take out the patty. I just reheat the patty, and then I put it back on the burger.
This is way too much work.
What about lettuce and stuff?
Yeah.
No, you keep that in the bun.
But it's the next day, Joel.
Yeah.
Although it is next day
So you
lettuce when you
scrape
order
off-
it for the first time.
So you scrape off the mayonnaise, lettuce, tomato, onion.
No, basically,
You don't have onion, though, do you?
Yeah, I just take the patty out, put it in the microwave, and then I put that back in the burger, and
Joel,
it tastes
no,
great.
don't do that
Delicious.
ever again.
If I don't have a coupon, I'll probably get a Whopper Jr. and a rodeo burger.
It both is like less disturbing and more disturbing that you do that because I'm glad
Did I reheat something?
I'm glad that you're just reheating the patty, but the effort that it takes to reheat that patty and you're scraping, I would have been like,
There's
nope,
no
I'm out.
scraping.
I've lost
This
the
isn't
interest.
like McDonald's where it's like shredded lettuce that you have to kind of wipe off. You can just pull out the burger.
Lettuce doesn't last. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Nothing gold can stay, Kent.
Whopper lettuce is gold. It's actually a term. It's slang for gold.
Yeah.
Whopper lettuce. Mine would be the King Meal Deal. I'm a little bit cheap, and this challenge killed me because every giant burger was
pricey.
over $6. And if you get a combo, it's $9
I'm telling
something.
you, get the app.
Yeah, the app is good. I actually downloaded that way too late last week. But I get the King Meal Deal. Like I said, it's $3.49. You get 2 burgers, so 2 basic burgers, usually juniors, and you get fries and a small drink. And
Nice.
you get the freestyle machine for everyone who loves freestyle drinks.
Whoop, whoop. No, did you guys notice that? So on the back of your receipt, it's like get a free Whopper or chicken sandwich
Yeah.
or breakfast sandwich. And I burned through that so quickly. Like all of a sudden I'm like, well, I've got all the items on here that I can for free.
Yeah.
And when we do this menu challenge, I'm like, now I got to pay full price. Boo.
You're all mad. All right, what about you, Jake?
For me, there's one of two things. It's the rodeo cheeseburger, as we mentioned. That was my go-to. In fact, I think even when we used to go, like,
Wait,
that's
you
what
get
we
the
both
slice
get.
of cheese too?
For sure.
Weirdos.
That's how they used to have it.
Weirdos,
It was
it's
good.
cheese.
People who count calories.
They should have never
You
gotten
want an
it.
extra slice of cheese on there? An extra 800 calories?
Extra 35 calories is not a big deal.
Cheese is only 35
Now
calories?
Jake is making up calories.
No, that's about right.
Okay.
A slice of cheese isn't much. It's totally worth it.
It's not real cheese, but yes.
Joel's looking it up.
No, I was going to say, just if I have...
You
how much-
should.
Okay.
And the other go-to I have is the guilty pleasure. I said I go and I'm like, okay, what's the promotional Whopper? Okay, I'll have that. Like, and I pay like $8.
75, Jacob. You were
70
so wrong.
Kind of depends on the cheese. But yeah, American cheese is probably gonna be a bit more. Yeah,
Because it's America.
America. Higher
It's always
calories.
more in America.
All right, what's the menu item that you miss?
I'm going to go with chicken tenders on this one.
I didn't know they had chicken tenders.
Yeah,
I
they-
miss it even just now hearing.
No,
it.
this is years ago. Years and years ago.
What was the fries? The chicken fries or the chicken tenders?
No.
Because they're tender? And delicious.
Sometimes they're tender.
Baconsale approved pretzel fries are delicious.
Yes, they are. They're
The chicken fries.
But chicken tenders were just like their old school, more chicken nugget than chicken fries, or sorry, chicken strips. But they were pretty good, and they were perfect for dipping, which I guess the the chicken fries have taken that over. Mm-hmm. But still, I used to get these almost every time. They were really cheap as well. I looked at things that were discontinued, and there's really nothing on the menu that I ever really loved.
Oh, I've got something.
Okay, do tell.
And this is a legitimate miss. I miss the Burger King sliders / burger bundles / burger buddies / burger shots.
Are those all different things?
Do you have to say that whole name anytime you order it?
They call them something different every time they come up, but they're the little mini burgers, like 4 burgers that come in a case. They're all little slider burgers, kind of like White Castle, but actually good. Mm-hmm. And every time they come, I'm so excited because I love these little mini burgers, and I think they're so tasty. Like, I don't know what they do.
Is doing something like that still.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't think that. I haven't seen one for a while. Carl's Jr. does?
Yeah, Kent.
I have no idea. You don't look at me like I know everything at Carl's Jr.
I love
Carl's Jr.
I do know Carl's Jr.
But yeah, I love the mini burgers. I miss them. Also, the Whopperito. The Whopperito is one of those weird things that I got on a whim, and I'm like,
that's Frankenstein's monster.
I'm like,
right
this is
there.
actually kind of tasty because they actually pull out the ketchup and the mustard, or ketchup and mayo, and they put in like a chipotle cheese sauce or something like that in there. It was tasty though.
Ugh.
For me, it's the one that got away. Yes, I went there, right?
The one that got away?
Yeah, the one that got away. Usually,
what's
that's
her name?
The old, exactly. The old flame that got away for me.
Yeah.
The old flame broiled?
I was traveling, and at an airport, there was a Burger King. And I went, and Joel, you'll probably remember what the name of this one was, but it was a Whopper version, I think, with an egg on it. It was like Farmhouse or something like that.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
And I was like, oh, okay, I'll try that. I loved it. And I thought, I cannot wait until I get back, because I looked it up and it was like, oh, they're everywhere. This is awesome. I'm gonna get back to Utah, and I'm gonna eat these like a couple times a week. And it was discontinued.
Can I ask you a question?
I've never had another one.
But you've had egg on burger before, right?
Well, they had a special sauce and fried onion rings on top.
Okay, but so it wasn't just the egg on a burger that wowed you. Okay, yeah.
No, it was a whole deal, yeah. Okay. And I usually like those. Like, we'll go to Red Robin or whatever, and I like a fried egg on the burger. It's really good.
But fried egg at a burger place is good.
But it was still good. Like, it felt because it was like over medium, and it was like they literally fried an egg. Yeah. Okay. So they must have used like one of these things where they actually had to crack an egg, and it was probably too pricey.
I would actually totally go for that on a sourdough bun.
Oh,
on the sourdough king with an egg.
Excellent.
Burger King, give us a call.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen, it's time to tell your favorite or most interesting Burger King experiences.
I think we can share this story, gentlemen.
I think we can, because we already have.
We have.
On Trick or Treat.
But that was years ago.
That was. When was that?
Well, 2015. October 2015, because...
Jeez, was it that long ago?
Let me begin the story. This was back in the day when I took Joel to screenings.
I remember those days.
And we decided to go see Goosebumps.
Episode 29.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's when we talked about this last.
So we went and saw Goosebumps, just Joel and I. And Jake couldn't come because you were doing something. I remember
I was sick.
You were sick, but...
You were recovering at that point, I think.
Recovering?
Yeah.
Oh, from being sick?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And I just think you weren't eating, and then you ate like a ton that night. This is different than the story.
Was this when you were trying to binge lose weight?
Yeah, he was.
I don't think this is the same time.
This is the same time, because you didn't eat for weeks basically to win money, and then the night that we went to the movie, you ate at a buffet because you were just trying to make up for everything you lost.
That does not sound right.
Yes, it is.
It sounds true.
Joel, it sounds true. Baconsale approved. It's delicious.
This is the truth.
You can't rewrite my history with Baconsale approved.
So Joel and I...
Wait, we can. Baconsale approved, we can.
It's delicious. Joel and I went to Goosebumps, and this was 45 minutes away from where we live.
Yes.
And we enjoyed the movie. We had a good time, and we said, you know what? It would be funny as a joke to go get their Black Whopper.
The Black Whopper, if you don't know what that is, was a promotional item they did in October of that year, where it was a black bun. And I think that was all it was. It's just a black bun.
That's it. Everything else
was the same.
Well, you're not going to explain it?
Okay. Everyone knew of the Black Whopper, and it was being discontinued at every store as we were seeing the movie, basically.
At a rapid rate, because they started listing in social media that it had certain side effects.
These were deliberate side effects, though, right?
Well, it's because they put a lot of dye in the burger, and
it changed the pigment.
If a lot of dye goes in your body,
Can I say that?
I almost spit my drink just then.
Jake had a drink.
if a lot of dye goes in your body, a lot of dye will come out of your body as well. And so people were posting on social media about how certain things had changed. And so then Burger King's like, shut it down.
You guys don't have to be that clandestine about it. I mean, it's
Basically when you're dropping Easter eggs in dye.
No.
That's what happens when you drop something in your toilet. Okay.
Good heavens.
So Joel and I were like, we got to do this. We just saw Goosebumps. Let's waste our night by going to Burger King. So we went to one, and it's gone.
They're saying, yeah, we're gone. We're out of those.
So Joel's like, I got this. I'm going to call one that's about 15 minutes away. We got this. Sorry, we don't have it anymore. We wish we could help you. But they did help us. They said there's one in Layton, which was the opposite end of the valley.
Yep.
It's another 45 minutes away.
But back up, we overshot our houses, but it was back up in our neck of the woods.
Exactly. And so Joel and I look at each other. And we're like, it's like 10 o'clock, man. Like,
We're not going to make it.
We're not going to make it. Let's go. And so we decide to make this trip. And while we're more than halfway through, and we kind of look at each other, we go, well, it's not complete. Right now,
we need something more.
We need a Jacob.
I make you guys complete.
Yeah, aw, you complete us.
You complete me.
It looked like you were milking something with that
That's
gesture.
sign language.
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's getting weird. So we called Jake and said, Jake, could you join us? He's like, guys, I'm not feeling good. I just went to a buffet and I ate my
After losing weight for
body's
money?
worth. Yeah.
I do not remember anything about a buffet. I just remember being
remember,
sick.
you ate too much, and that's why you said it's a little late, and I just ate my whole body's worth in food. And so we're like, but please come.
You guys must remember better than me.
Come to Burger King. And you said no. And we're like, we get it. You're not feeling great.
Right, guys, I'm in my night leotards. I don't want to get out of the house.
Night leotards?
His night leotards. He has day leotards and night leotards.
I love going out in my night leotards.
Thank you. So Joel and I go to Burger King, and we're like, do you have the Black Whopper? Yes, we do.
We only
for
have
a
a
little bit
couple left,
longer.
yeah.
And so we're like, please give us Black Whopper. We're eating. We're wearing our Burger King crowns. We're having a good time.
Little did I know how much Kent was hating having to eat a Whopper.
I actually didn't appreciate the taste, but I needed it for the pigment.
Oh.
And so for the experience. And so we're eating it.
What sacrifice. What bravery.
And all of a sudden, we're having a good time. We look over, and there's no one else in this Burger King. In walks in our best buddy, Jacob Rogers. Walks in triumphantly, looking like death warmed over. Sorry, Jake.
We all put on our paper crowns and got a picture of us together at that Burger King. That was one of our first Baconsale pictures, all of us together on an external.
We made an employee take a picture of us outside of Burger King at like 11:30 at night.
It's actually on our Facebook page. It's there in the mobile uploads folder.
Exactly. And it was such a good memory. I mean, we were just giggling because we're eating this Whopper, not knowing what was going on, knowing, but not really expecting it was really going to happen.
It did.
And it did.
The results were as advertised.
And then some.
Indeed.
That was the only great experience I've ever had at a Burger King.
I gotta agree, because that's one of the few memorable ones I've had. I was trying to think of like memorable experiences or cool locations I've been to with Burger King, and that was the only thing that really came to mind. So I'll agree with you, Kent.
Yeah, that's where we really bonded that day. Baconsale became Baconsale that day.
Over a Black Whopper.
And green poo.
Come on.
I didn't say it.
We couldn't exit the conversation completely without. Yeah. All right, gentlemen, do you know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for the
Burger
top
time.
5 and bottom 5 of Burger King.
Should we start with the bottom 5?
Great
Let's do
finale.
bottom 5.
All right. And we're just going to run through these real quick. So we've talked about it a lot already.
We have.
So my number 5 is the Morningstar Veggie Burger. We already talked
just
about
number 5?
It's number 5.
Wow.
Number 4 is onion rings, because I don't like onion rings. Number 3 is the big fish sandwich, because once again, not as egregious as I thought it was going to be, but I'm never going to order that again.
It's not good. It's not like the filet of fish, and it has a pickle in it.
It does have a pickle.
And it's really weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
I expected it to be terrible, but I was like, oh, I can eat this.
My
I don't
number-
want to, but yeah.
My number 2 is the grilled or the bacon and cheese crispy chicken sandwich, because the patties are thin and pathetic. And my number 1 worst hated thing at Burger King that I had was the grilled chicken sandwich.
Ooh,
The grilled chicken is your
Jeez.
worst?
The grilled chicken, I choked multiple times while eating this chicken
Oh, no.
because it was thin and rubbery and dry.
Thin, really.
I was really hoping for a good grilled chicken, and
Right.
I was sorely disappointed.
Wow,
that
that's
was one
crazy.
That was one of the few where I went, I don't even want to finish
I
this.
totally had the opposite experience.
Yeah, me too.
And maybe if I got it again, it might be a better
You'll
experience.
never get it again
Because this was
at this rate.
I don't want to,
Yeah.
but it was over. Like this is over in Heber. I actually just went to a random Burger King over in Heber because I was driving up to a show.
Okay.
And I was like, I'll just stop here and eat something, and it was miserable. And so I was like, this is terrible. So the first thing came to mind when I said, "What's the worst thing?" It was the
That's
grilled
an
chicken
easy
sandwich.
choice for you.
Yes.
All right, for me, number 5, it's really basic, but the sausage biscuit I didn't really care for. It was the crumbly biscuit, and the sausage was a little burnt in this
Crumbly
case.
biscuit?
Crumbly biscuit.
Wasn't that your pet name?
That was subservient chicken. That's my pet name. Number 4 is the breakfast burrito junior. Obviously didn't care about it. Number 3 is it has 790 calories. It's the Whopper. It's the third worst thing
I hate
at
this that
Burger
you
King.
put that on your worst list.
Number 2,
again. You've disappointed me again, Kent.
every time. Number 2, big fish sandwich. Unlike having like tartar sauce like McDonald's, it had mayonnaise and a pickle, and that's all.
Isn't that basically what tartar sauce is?
Yeah, it is.
No, stop it. And number 1 is the Morningstar veggie burger. I got this burger. I can't even, once again, it's a sandwich or whatever it is. I got this, had 3 bites. I went right back to the counter and ordered more food because I could not be satisfied with that.
I had
It
like
was
2 bites of it. Yeah.
Easily the worst.
All right, for me, number 5 is going to be, and I kind of, I guess what doesn't matter. Overrated is the chicken nuggets, number 5, because they're the most empty calories of any item that I've had.
But you're putting that on your worst list just
Well,
that's overrated?
It's because every time I have them, I always regret it. You know, I'm like, oh, I'm going to get those $1.50.
So
Wow, I'm going to get a dozen of those things.
The
And
gift
eat
I
it,
brought
and
to
I'm
you
like,
tonight,
ugh.
you are hating.
Yeah.
Jerk.
Wow.
Number 4, breakfast. The breakfast burrito junior, as Kent said, is terrible. Number 3 was the chocolate Oreo shake.
So disappointing.
Why was it so bad?
So disappointing.
How could it be that bad? It's chocolate, it's Oreo, it's ice cream, and it tastes acidic. It doesn't taste natural.
It wasn't good.
Number 2, the veggie burger, the Morningstar veggie burger, which we've talked about, it's fine for a veggie burger, I guess.
It's
No.
Why is it there?
It's
it
just
tastes
it's salty.
bad.
It was like this
It's-
salty.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
shouldn't. Yeah. And number 1, the worst thing I had the whole time was just a side of onion rings that
Really?
tasted like dirt.
I was so worried you're going to say McDonald's fries again.
Tasted as bad as McDonald's
That's what you
fries.
said for Taco Bell. You're
You
like,
know what?
number 1 is
They're
McDonald's
not
fries.
that bad.
Okay.
They are not that bad.
McDonald's fries aren't as bad as onion rings at Burger
Yeah,
King?
big
Yep.
and sell proof.
That's true.
They're delicious.
That's true. I'll back that up. Not the delicious part.
Yeah, I'll cut that.
But no, they literally taste like deep fried dirt.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our bottom.
All right, Jacob, why don't you start with your best? We'll go in reverse order.
Okay. I actually have a number 6 here because
Breaking the rules.
Cheater.
What's going on?
Look, it's basically
You loved Burger King.
Hashtag Jacob Twist.
This is an honorable mention, basically, because no one has talked about it. They have Surge at Burger King, the soda.
Okay, I got Surge
the
yesterday.
soda from the 90s.
But why are we even...
It's a good soda. I missed it.
It's poor man's Mountain Dew.
It's
poor man's Mellow Yellow.
it's not really like Mountain Dew.
It is.
It's its own
green
thing.
Mountain Dew.
I like
with
it.
cool commercials in the 90s.
Guys, save
Cool
it for,
commercials.
Guys, save it for our Surge show.
It's going to be an obstacle course.
Surge!
Those commercials were awesome, and then it just disappeared. Anyway, I
wonder
had it,
why.
I had it, and I was like, "Oh, this did taste good." I didn't just remember it
They had
this
the
way.
Burger King marketing team advertising.
Did you guys?
That's why.
Did you guys drink it? Have you had it
I
I've
had it
back in the
yesterday.
day.
back in the day? Yeah,
It's Mountain Dew with a ton more sugar and it's green.
I don't even like Mountain
Yeah.
Dew. Give me an Ecto
it's not really like Mountain Dew.
If I want a green drink, I'll drink an Ecto Cooler.
Ecto Cooler?
You hipster.
You're making things up. Okay.
No, he is not, Jake.
All right. So number 5 is for top 5 rodeo burger. Rodeo cheeseburger
choice.
is number 5.
You don't need the cheese. Just get the rodeo burger.
No, it's not as
Save
good.
75 calories.
No, listen.
I love that you're putting dirt rings on your rodeo burger, but it's still good.
It's your number 1 worst.
No,
it's
I don't
on
know
your
how that
number
happens.
5 best.
I agree with you.
No, in fact, I have this experience sometimes. I'll be eating it. If there's not enough barbecue sauce, I'm like, ugh, what is that? And I
Yeah.
pull it out. I'm like, oh, gosh.
It's a French toast stick.
It I wish. I wish that's what it was. Number 4 is
Put
croissant.
French toast sticks on the Whopper.
They're going to do that now.
Give it time. The breakfast Whopper, yeah. Number 4 is croissant anything. Their croissants are good.
They are
Very
good.
tasty.
Like, I don't
Nice
know
and
how.
flaky
It's like,
and-
yeah, they're
yeah.
flaky and buttery. I'm like, okay, this actually tastes like a real croissant. I'm good with this. And they have so many different options. Number 3 is the Hershey's pie. Hershey's something pie. What's it called?
The Hershey's Sundae Pie.
Sundae pie. That's it. Hershey's Sundae pie.
$1.99.
And go have one of those, guys. Dear listener, listen to me. Speaking from the heart. Go get
This is your number 3.
Hershey's
You're pleading for your number 3.
Sundae pie. Okay, and I want you to report back to me and tell me
done 12
how it was.
of these
I think he
options.
has.
He
Number
loves
3.
Burger King.
That is so not true. Number 2, this actually got ordered. I had it a long time ago and I checked it off, and they gave it to me today by mistake.
A beef burrito?
Hey, oh man, I miss Taco Bell. I miss Taco Bell a lot. Sourdough King single patty. I had
Sourdough
that.
King. I don't understand why that's on your best list.
No, they have a nice sauce. And
It was a middle of the road experience.
I had it before and I really liked it, but it wasn't quite. It was more like higher mid. And I had it again today, and I was like, I love this thing. Number 2, Sourdough King single patty, and finally number 1, Joel, is the Whopper.
Good choice.
Yeah,
Good choice.
I know.
Jacob.
I know. It's. I
They
hate,
get still approved. It's delicious.
I almost don't want to do it because it's kind of a cliche, of course,
Yeah,
which is
it
why
is.
Kent's not doing it. But it is a good sandwich.
Gross.
So I had it again today. Of course, I've had it many, many times.
Yeah.
I had it today. I'm like, okay, I need to feel sure about this. I cemented it. I had it. I'm like, nope, this thing, it's magical. Like it hit
Did you
some
say
sort.
cemented it? Like cement pond?
What?
Didn't you say I just...
No, I cemented it in my mind that it was really worth
You're saying
that.
cemented it.
Yeah,
Cemented it.
cemented it.
It doesn't matter.
Is it that different?
No, you just turned into Beverly Hillbilly for a second there, but it's fine.
Cemented it.
That's
Maybe
cement pond
it's
over there.
Missouri
He's
coming
from
up.
Missouri, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably Missouri coming up. Anyway, it really does deserve it. That's it. Who's next?
Kenny D.
My number 5, because it was such a surprise, is the Chicken Club salad. It's so different and fresh compared to everything else on the menu that I would get this again.
Grilled or crispy chicken? On the chicken clubs.
Either one.
'Cause that one has bacon on it too.
Yes, either one.
How have you not said so fresh? I keep waiting for it the last couple times.
Because nothing at Burger King
It's so
is fresh.
It's not fresh.
Number 4, Sourdough King. I really, honestly, any variation of this, the Sourdough King was good.
Yeah.
I don't like double patties because the calories you were getting
No,
from double patties.
that's why I said single patty.
No. If you put 2 patties together, the calories count together. They don't count separate.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm taking you to lunch all the time.
You are bad at calories.
And then number 3, Rodeo Cheeseburger, because it's cheap and it's easy. And, that's what I like. Number 2, chicken fries.
Yeah.
Where else are you going to get chicken fries? Nowhere. Burger King.
Wish I had
That's
some
where.
good ones.
Number 1, Joel, you're going to disagree, but honestly, variations of the spicy chicken sandwich.
Really?
This is basically the
Really?
spicy chicken sandwich off the Wendy's menu, but there's the jalapeno spicy chicken sandwich. You guys had that recently? It's on our list. I really liked it, and even without the jalapenos, it's great. And I had my last one I got was a big thick piece of actual chicken, and I thought the crispy was maybe even better than the grilled. And it was a delicious sandwich. And I said, I'm quite pleased with the end of my Burger King experience. So that was my favorite.
It's a lame number 1.
Listen, Whopper.
All right.
Cliche.
My number 5 was the fully loaded Croissan'wich because, we've talked about croissants. They're delicious. My number 4 is the Hershey's Sundae Pie because it is also one of those surprises where I went, this is actually tasty.
Yeah.
Confession, gentlemen.
Uh-huh.
I had it on the way in here.
Did you really?
I did.
I don't blame you.
How many of you had in this whole experience?
Only those 2, but
Okay.
I wanted to get it on the way in here because, like I said,
I'm going to get one on the way home.
I wanted to cement it in my head.
You can at least say mind, which is what I said.
Where am I at? Oh, number 3 is the Whopper Junior because that's one of those. If I don't want a full Whopper, a Whopper Junior will satisfy, and it's cheap and it's delicious. Number 2 is the Rodeo Burger. I don't need the cheese. Just give me the Rodeo Burger because that barbecue sauce with the onion rings and the patty combination is tasty. And my number 1 is the Whopper.
Dang it.
Yeah, surprise.
Big
Gentlemen,
surprise.
because the Whopper is simply 100 times better than the Big Mac. Like, Big Mac is trash compared to the Whopper.
I think they're both gross.
And I love the Whopper. It is
agree.
amazing. It is just flame grilled deliciousness. And it's just a good combination of flavors. So that's my number 1. No surprise there because it's the greatest hit of Burger King.
Guys, we did it.
We ate everything on the menu of Burger King.
So do we encourage people to go eat at Burger King?
That's up to them.
No,
Because we've talked about it a lot. They're going to want to go.
I think we all agree, though. It's still tier 2. It's middle of the road at most. And then there's occasional outliers, like we talked about, where you hit those big missteps. But for the most part, it's all basically the same.
I don't know. This is a place where you go if like you're on a freeway exit on the off ramp and you're like, oh, there's no better place we have to go to Burger King on the way to Las Vegas.
It's like here or 7-Eleven.
Yes.
You know?
And so you pick Burger King. No,
So
I
that's
totally think that.
It's on par with other fast food restaurants. It's fine. I enjoy going to Burger King. Like, I'll be like, oh, yeah, I feel like a Burger King burger.
Like if I saw Burger King and Arby's, Burger King. But barely.
You hate Arby's.
I hate Arby's.
I go to Arby's first.
I know you would.
And next up, we're doing Arby's for the menu challenge.
Please no.
No, I was going to say, if you have an idea for a menu challenge, let us know. We really only like to do these about once a year because of our wallets and our hearts.
And our stomach sizes?
Yes. But let us know what challenge you want us to do next. And if you want to find me, you can find me at 76Joel on Twitter. Or you can find me performing with Quick Wits. They perform every Saturday night at the Midville Performing Arts Center. For more details, go to qwcomedy.com or go to the Quick Wits Facebook page.
If you want to find me at Twitter or Instagram, it's at Kenny3DD. If you want to read my movie reviews, it's ShowtimeShowdown.com.
You can find me on Twitter at Jacob A. Rogers and Baconsale on Twitter at Baconsale and on Instagram at Baconsale. And go to tpublic.com/Baconsale to buy some merchandise there. And most importantly, listener, if you have not already done so, just go check out the Patreon page. See what we have there. You can kind of scroll through. We've got several weeks of content at this point. So if you want to see what sort of thing you are missing out on there and would like to just show us some love and support Baconsale, patreon.com/Baconsale. Check us out. Maybe support us. But either way, go see what's going on.
All right, until next time, hail to the king, baby.
Don't worry. I know the secret menu.
Yeah.
Can you put a piece of cheese on my burger?
The Burger King lady that answers to my every whim agrees with you, also known as Mother.
Mother, bring me a fully loaded Croissan'wich. So it's like,
no, you don't.
I do.
You say Burger King food,
does,
Joel.
I do. And I wanted them,
Joel,
and they wouldn't let me have them. You're disgusting.
The Whopper is gross.
You disgust me.
Hot take.
That thing is like a quarter that's been stretched out.
And it's weird that it's called the Morning Star because I'm pretty sure Lucifer is the Morning Star. It
was a Jacob joke.
And breaded your vomit and compacted that together in a patty.
And then fried
man.
They fried it too.
Because it's got corn chunks and ham chunks.
People are going to be eating while listening to this episode.
Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Nothing gold can stay, Kent.
All right, Kennedy.
Sounds true.
Joel, it sounds true.
Baconsale approved.
It's delicious.
This is the truth.
You can't rewrite my history with Baconsale approved.
It's poor man's Mountain Dew. It's poor man's Mellow Yellow. Guys, sing along with me now.
Sound check.
Sound check. Sound check. Sound check. Sound check. Can't go. Sound check yourself.
Mic check. I
am the anti-man rebel rock shocker. What?
You can have it your way.
I was editing you in a nice way.
Yep.
Burger King. Burger King. Burger King. Delicious.
Now that's what I call Whopper.
Oh.
I looked up the hooker joke. That sounds funny.
Yes. I'm guessing, this is just ballpark, but I'm guessing that Burger King's, if you ate everything on the menu, it would be at least 400 calories.
Just you are so bad at calories.
I don't know. These are leaky burgers. Why buy the perky then? Why not just rub the Whopper on yourself?
They're like a drunk cowboy.
Burger King.
You're such a letdown, Burger King.
Bum, bum, bum.
I love going out at my nightly at Tarts.